Good evening, travelers and adventurers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Roll for Your Lives in the new setup.
Brand new software, baby. It's different.
And there's Mina.
Hello.
I guess you could say we're rolling out something new.
And that for the life of me, I've never seen a layout like this.
How's the volume? Are you guys too quiet?
Lovely. Nope, it's good.
It's good?
I don't know. Am I good? Because I'm always the one who sounds like,
You sound good.
Hey guys, hey Aztec, hey Quimtom, hey Cece. Welcome.
Yep, confirmed. Hello.
Hi
Hello,
everyone.
everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, this is as far as I got in the new setup for OBS. A couple things are the same, a couple things are different. As you can now see our latest follower up in the corner over there. And
that's fire.
you can see a little scrolling of all of our subs up in the other corner.
Oh.
That is fire right there.
And now-
Bloody lovely that is.
That's
That's
really nice.
You might be wondering what that center one does, and I'll tell you. Anything you say in chat after you donate, all of us have to say in tandem at once.
What?
What?
And that goes up on that center bar.
No, it doesn't. Derek's
Oh, yeah.
lying. Don't do that.
And for instance, you can
Oh!
say, give me your credit card information.
Aztec
And we all
redeemed
have to say
group potions.
Suffer.
I don't even have one
Alright.
next to me. I gotta go get one. Oh,
it.
bring it!
Wow!
Give me,
Can I-
give me a...
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Zach,
Double
thank you
shot
for
for
the
DM.
for the sub with Prime. They've been sub for 12 months. 1 year, Zach.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice.
Knock
I need to
them
take
dead,
2
baby.
potions for this. You're gonna make me take 2 potions when you
What
know
a
I have to
lovely
do a French
damn it,
accent.
What a lovely.
Yes, that's how you.
Yes.
That's how you're gonna do
Hey,
a French
this is,
accent.
unacceptable.
It is
Can't do
required.
one to begin with. Oh, alright, let me go get some
Say
potions.
croissant even once.
I'm gonna say it in Carl Weezer's voice just for that.
Croissant.
Actually,
Also-
I would love it if you replaced one of these people with a Harvey. Eh.
Hey, what's that NPC doing? Hanging out with your ram.
That was
I
actually
want
really
to. Wait, can numbers?
Huh?
Numbers, can you say something just so we can hear you? Because you haven't said much yet.
Oh, testing? Testing? He's good.
Sounds
That seems good.
glorious. It sounds bloody glorious.
And if you noticed, our alerts, instead of clipping through our lights in the top now just pop up in the little blank space next to me.
Hell yeah. Also,
Nice.
cheers.
What a
Cheers, I
lovely-
gotta go get my potions. I'll be right back.
Cheers,
gotta
yeah, no,
pour
I found that.
Truly the greatest
Cheers.
times.
Mhm.
And also, what is that center bar for? Derek?
You know.
The center bar?
Hey.
And that's where you go to get center drinks.
Oh.
What is the
Sorry.
center bar for? Do people actually know? Am I just out of the loop?
No, I
I have no idea. Maybe we'll find
Okay,
out.
I was like, what do you guys know that I don't know?
we know all about the center bar and the cult that surrounds its mysterious formation.
There's a lot of lore actually on the center bar. It's like there's like I think like another 50 episodes of unlisted stuff on YouTube that are about the center bar that if you missed an episode you will not understand.
Oh my god.
There's an 8-hour video essay on it on
on
YouTube.
the center bar. Apparently,
Wow, this
King-
town is real cool.
There's a
Yeah.
YouTube video on it that's called "The Center Bar is way crazier than you think."
I'm so lost right now. Where is this conversation going?
apparently King Gizzard released like new lore on the band. And
Oh.
there's like a lot of lore.
Really?
On their like band.
Okay,
their
I'm
band
back.
lore. Yeah.
How can it be lore if they exist in reality?
They are
Yeah.
lore.
That's just called history.
Parallel lore.
History
Well, I
is
mean, like,
lore.
they're fake lore, like the fictitious lore of like King Gizzard or something. I don't know. I didn't read the lore yet.
Anything can be lore if you dissociate hard enough from reality.
Does the fossil record count as Earth lore?
Yeah.
guess.
Earth lore.
Hmm.
Now here's the thing. Before I take these 2 potions, I'm gonna place you guys on the map. This is a lovely map that was gotten from Tails Tavern. Here's the thing. This map was definitely built not to to scale with the minis. It was just built as like a model. So you guys might be kind of big compared to the buildings, but just roll with it, okay?
Yeah.
They go up to
Oh my
Gruesome
God.
large.
The Roll for Your Lives crew are like tearing through town like Godzilla.
Okay, but can you put a small dinosaur on every large map we go to from now on as an Easter egg?
Yeah, I can hide a dinosaur for you. You guys can play Find the Dino.
Yeah.
Findo the Dino.
That was such a lovely, like, happy accident.
Hell yeah.
Alright,
You
so
know
there you
what?
guys are.
Certainly, we're not the size of a building, but we're also not like, you know.
Well, no, it's not, like, terrible, but, like, you know, like, these are supposed to be a lot bigger, obviously. But this is a lovely
I
map.
Listen, it's a city made for ants.
What is
With a
this, a city
school.
for ants?
I
I'm gonna
feel
take these
like
potions. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
this is like a normal sized person in the Shire, I want to say.
You bonk your heads on every entryway.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't feel like I feel like we're the same height.
What do you mean?
You just said like our minis might be bigger.
No, I'm saying, like, in comparison to the buildings and your surroundings. Like, the buildings are not, like, built to, like, actual scale.
Things are not to scale right now.
Oh.
So that
Our
building
minis would need to be like
that
half the
Hulu's in front
size
of is,
or
like,
less.
quite
to-
large.
I can technically do that. I can shrink you guys down.
Yeah.
No.
Well, actually, no, I
You'll
can't. I've
never
already done it
catch
to
me.
Mina. You can't go any smaller than that. I don't
Mina's
think.
gotta
Shrink
go.
me down. I'm
Mina's
as tall as a building.
Hold on, I've got Mina selected right now. I wonder...
Let's just do a normal size.
Yep,
Mina.
Mina's as small as it gets.
We might as well steal
What
like
if-
50 more ships. It's not like they can stop us. We're giants.
Oh, shit, hold up.
Yeah, look how big I'm as tall as this house.
There you go.
Oh,
Whoa.
Holy shit!
at
It's a
this
giant
little-
numbers.
it's a gnome village. That's.
I am now iteration number 1270.
Those doors right here, cause I love that.
He's iteration 80085.
Knock knock.
Oh.
I like how we
Oh.
just. I like how we basically just showed up and we've
What the?
determined to go on a rant.
Now you're iteration number 1.27.
No.
I like how I could go on buildings
Baby
just
numbers.
normally.
I do
Oh,
too.
I
like
love
that I
small
don't fall
numbers.
through
They're
the
so
building.
adorable.
He went
They
from
call
dummy
me
to
fractions.
I do have a
Fraction.
Go in a
question.
tree still.
What's
I do
up?
have a quick question on the size of this town beyond the scaling. How big is this town compared to the other places we've been in this world so far? Like, is it larger? Is it smaller? Like,
Cape
compared to
Moynihan is
Bal-
sizable. It's probably like around the size of Balradin.
All
I
right, similar
want to
size.
go to the
And that-
tallest building.
Both were bigger than Pastrial, right?
Yes,
Before
Pastoral was
you
not
get
that
a
big.
Chance to
Yeah.
walk away and just go towards the
I
tallest
thought.
building. Mina is going to point out the fact that we probably need to find a cleric or healer for you to clean.
We'll
whatever
get all
it is.
we'll get to all that in good time.
Find me. Someone's
no.
gotta find me.
Do inspo. All right. Also, hold on. I am uncorking the Glenlivet if we would like a little ASMR.
Oh yes,
Wow.
please.
Glenn, live it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm so serious. Somebody's gotta find me. Like it's a game.
Did you guys get that?
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything.
All right.
I didn't
No,
really
we're gonna try it
I
again.
see you.
We're gonna try it again here.
You found
Take two.
me.
Action.
Yeah,
Take two.
right here.
Damn it. No, you don't know where I am. I'm flying away.
I'm waiting. Waiting for the die
Oh, I
down.
dropped myself in the water.
Oh, I barely heard it, but I heard
No,
it.
you-
Gosh, it's hard because
Does this will pop?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, better.
it's
It
you
might
know
just be
it's already
closer to,
been
like, your mic
opened.
pickup.
It's already been opened.
You
Andrew,
might
any,
need to put it
any
closer to
closer?
the-
I would have punched myself in the nose uncorking it.
That's fine.
So
That's
quick
acceptable.
reminder before we get into recap and inspo and all that good stuff. We have our first ever anniversary in Donathon on Saturday.
Wow.
Yay!
I'm very excited.
I'm
There's
so
gonna
excited.
be food and girls, more food, and Mike Gerudo's gonna be there. No, that was Aquabats reference for anybody who got it, which is no one except for maybe Winter.
I
feel like I've heard that before.
Excited, but
Aquabats.
we have invited Joseph Biden to the Donathon. He put
What?
himself as a maybe, so I'm feeling confident about that one.
My god, Derek.
He's gonna forget all his lines.
I don't think he's gonna make it through the one shot. But so that's something to look forward to. Inspiration. We've got quite a sizable session ahead of us. You guys just arrived to a new place, so let's get right into it, really. So for inspiration, you guys voted on who got player inspiration last time, and that was given to Aurora.
Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you again.
And then you guys, the community, voted over in our Discord server on who you thought got another point. And of course, it was given to the glaive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
I really do feel
Whey!
like he was kind of heavy lifting.
Glaives the
I mean,
dead.
he just had a sharp whip.
Ugh.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I'm not
Um,
proud of it. Not proud of it. I
You
just
get
had to do it.
negative inspiration.
Yeah,
Uh,
Thanks,
yeah.
DM.
Okay.
but next to the glaive, it was given to Humi.
Ooh,
So
thanks,
congratulations.
Yay.
Yay, very good job. Good job. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
So, shall we get into a recap?
Hit it.
Let's do it. Gotta recap. Alvara. I'm not doing this.
Oh, okay.
Can't overdo
He's
it.
not doing it. He's not doing it, though.
Limited exposure. Shorter recaps too, not one that's 3 fucking paragraphs. Alright. In a long session, which will be remembered for the glaive interactions.
Yep.
Numbers began further investigating the suit of armor before using his Echo of Dragon Sight to contact the spirit of Ombrier. He asked several questions to Ombrier, learning his lair to be a great temple of the sea goddess, and that he had brought several occupants there. Ombrier was overall rather cagey with his responses, however, still holding a great disdain for the party that slaughtered him.
Didn't like us very much.
Didn't like it. I didn't really like it, not at all.
I didn't like this.
I thought you were gonna say brought many octopuses for some reason, and I was gonna say, Zach, it's
Yeah.
octopi,
and why were there octopi there?
Actually,
We're at
You
peak
said
performance right now.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Word.
Octopi. I think it's straight working it.
What?
Eric Andre. Alright, so
I am the octopus.
as they left to exit the cavern, Avara feared something was following her, but upon checking with some help from others, she could not see anything. Humi then took out their pet Francis, who bit their hand as Mina talked to Francis using Speak with Animals, managing to win him over a bit with the promise of building a bed of pillows for him and having Finley, Aldrin's crow, bother him less. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. As the rest of the party left, Alvaro noticed a black cat on the rocks who, after jumping down, shrieked as a black pseudo-dragon sauntered out with the tufts of fur in its claws. Recognizing the creature as something more than a normal pseudo-dragon due to its piercing green eyes and a touch of what appeared to be fey magic, Alvaro reached out and the creature joined her, perching on her shoulder. Suddenly, a cannon shot rang out as the party returned to the ship, with Salmo declaring Yetta taught him how to shoot. The party then brought their treasures aboard under the eyes of their other compatriots, including Salmo, who commented on their nice haul. Spelled that wrong in the recap. 1,000 pardons. Humi. I know, I had a good flow there and I just fucked it up. It's ruined now. I'm sorry, guys.
It's
Yeah, let's just
over.
try
The
again next
moment's
week.
over.
Yeah, no, cut it. Let's just cut the stream. Let's try again next week.
Where they left off. Then Humi attempted to barter with Salmo, but the latter wouldn't produce anything until he saw higher valuable goods, which Humi refused to produce. Upon exiting, Humi used meta magic to subtle cast and attempt to connive with Aldrin to peer into Salmo's chest.
Oh, Quintom.
Paper
Why?
Salmo's chest. Alright, meanwhile, Aurora spoke with the glaive, who responded in a language she could not understand, but that Avara recognized as Sylvan. The haughty glaive then lauded Avara for her linguistic knowledge, but she ultimately tried to pass it back to Aurora, despite the glaive stating it had no way of understanding her. Numbers then attempted to speak to it, successfully communicating in Sylvan, but ultimately threatening to toss her into the ocean, a bluff the glaive called. Arjun next stepped up, speaking with the glaive and offering to set it up with his rapier, an offer that tempted the glaive before he ultimately handed it to Mina. Mina had the longest conversation. Yes. Mina had the longest conversation with the glaive about his former kingdom, it was an elven king's soul, and conversed about wanting to allow Aurora to use it, which had again declined upon seeing her barrel-bound self and acknowledging the communication barrier.
So rude, just because I was in a barrel.
Mina continued conversing, asking about Shantea, which the glaive said had worshipped in life, and asserted that any opposition to Shantea. Humi then cast tongues on Aurora, attempting to assist, but ultimately with it not being effective, since the language was not spoken, but rather it was telepathically conveyed. As the party retired for the night, Avara took first watch, speaking telepathically with her familiar, and learning it served another archfey, whose name it did not reveal. Havara also shifted in the night, taking on her autumnal form for the first time in probably well over a century. Right up. As a couple of days passed, Adeline discussing plans when arriving. Audrey mentioned a miss inquiring if she was still, quote, his lot, quote, to which Adeline responded yes. As she asked if he needed allies, which he replied affirmatively to. Audrey then said he is going after her, and that they would have to be prepared to perhaps die again in their endeavor here. Humi then felt the sending stone reverberate in what appeared to be their last night on the ship. Lady Stone, Lady Thorn then spoke, breathing heavily and saying that they couldn't hold her off anymore as she, presumably Arania, had reached Balredin, urging the party to hurry. Humi rallied the party as they all spoke of their plan of upon arriving at Cape Moynihan and the next steps of their adventure. There they were questioned at the docks, having to spend 100 gold to port their ship in a tense situation with the dockmaster, which they barely managed to talk their way out of. As they began to enter the city, they noticed Salmo and his mates bringing their 2 chests aboard, along with a familiar magic merchant, Celia Keenfield, who had seemingly snuck aboard with Salmo's assistance, along with their giant horse. And that was where we left off, guys. A lot happened.
And now
Alright.
we're in Cape Moynihan.
Alright, thank you very much for the recap. Woo! So when we last left our heroes, you had just paid the docking fee after a very narrow miss with the dock hand that took down the ship's information. Celia and Salmo Chisano have made their way and given Audrin a nod as they make their way out of sight. And let's see, Adelaide and Yetta hop off the ship and they come up to you, Audrin. And
Okay.
Adelaide says, Yetta and I aren't too keen to be exploring around this city, but we might see if we can find her a little bit of help and then maybe just reconvene. Maybe keep an eye on the ship. I don't feel safe leaving this here, Aldrin.
Alright, yeah, we do need someone to keep eyes on it, if you wouldn't mind doing as much.
Alright. Well, we'll take care of what we need to take care of and we'll meet back up with you.
Alright then.
Adeline kind of pulls, like, what kind of little furred hood that she has from her armor, like, trying to hide herself a little bit in it. Dusts herself off, and then quickly, with Yetta, makes their way into the Cape Moynihan. So, what do you all do?
Guys, I think we should also focus on getting Aurora healed up. I don't want to
Yeah.
leave them like that. We should also
Agreed.
probably figure out what magic items we want to keep and what we want to get rid of. We might be able to find something a little bit better.
Well,
What do
I
we-
got money for a cleric now, so I'm willing to pay whatever it costs for them to help me. And wait a minute, does Aurora
Out of-
know? Did Humi tell the group? I can't remember, like what Lady Thorn said.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so yeah, Aurora is internally freaking the fuck out right now. So she can
Also-
she's only thinking about getting cured and getting a strong weapon and finishing this as soon as possible to get back to Balredin.
Also, did we divvy up that gold and platinum? I know towards the end of last session we hadn't yet, so I was wondering if we...
I thought we did. Because
I know
have
we didn't.
5,115.
You guys
Well,
technically didn't because you wanted to make sure you had everything divvied correctly, from what I remember.
We
Right,
also-
because we need to... Oh, sorry, good.
No, you started
I
this.
know it was also discussed that we needed to keep what was platinum as platinum, right? We weren't converting that automatically to gold.
Oh,
The-
there's not even a platinum tab.
We can't.
It is. It's just below gold, actually.
Oh, see, I'm using the older for Aurora. I have the
Oh,
older
oh.
character sheet.
So yeah, the platinum is something we have to discuss, and I
Cheers,
think the other
Clinton.
thing
I didn't forget.
we were gonna discuss is just regarding whether we're giving any to Yetta and Adeline for.
Oh
their
yeah, we
work.
needed to give some of that before they left. Well, it seems that they've already left, so we get all of it. But
You'll reconvene with them later.
Yes!
we will reconvene, so we
We
should
can just,
divvy
we
it up
can just
anyway.
for now we can just leave it all in group loot, especially because depending on the items we buy, it might be good to just have it
Mhm.
in group loot. Like
I want my own money!
given we
Well, we'll
bought.
divvy up like after we finish shopping and everything.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
can we get to a cleric first, though?
You know, that's not a bad idea. Just keeping it and then splitting it later once you've done what
Yeah.
you need to.
can we
Yeah.
subtract if you spend any of it?
Can I also
We're
ask?
gonna have
So-
to do that. I did a dumb thing by accident.
What happened?
I unlinked the character sheet, and now it's not there. I relinked
You got
it,
rid
and
of your
it's not
character
there.
sheet?
By accident. I have a backup, so we're good.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is going to be
But in terms of roles on the board, you probably aren't going to be able to do
Yeah.
it.
That's alright. You know what? We'll just go with it as we go. Steve?
Yeah, what are we doing with the giant dragon head that we have?
We should probably head to an adventurers guild or something and see about, getting it logged that we killed it and seeing what they'll
I
they'll
feel
pay
like
for.
we'd get more money back in Pastoral just because this guy at the dock said that he didn't really seem to give a fuck about the dragon. Like they didn't really care that much up here. That they
Are
were
we going
doing
back
all
to
right.
Pastrial though?
Not for a well, it's gonna be a little while. I don't know
It's
if the
gonna be a
dragon
little
head'll
while,
last.
but to get back to Balradin, would we have to pass through it?
Don't we have to go through the grass?
Yeah, we
Thought
were
we were-
going through the grass
Yeah.
bed.
We're not going back to Pastoral, I think.
Yeah. So
Also,
I guess yeah, somewhere here.
So let's sell the head to an adventurers guild.
Yeah, I
Well,
agree with
do we
Andy.
want to sell the head, or do we want to get the teeth and horns and everything taken off
Or
by
should we
a
just keep it as a
professional?
trophy? We could keep the skull as a trophy, like a party trophy.
So do you want to see about finding someone in town that's a professional at dismantling these things?
I mean, if I just want to say, if that's going to happen, we're probably going to be here for more than a day, which I thought wasn't in the cards.
I'm sure there's a dragon. What's the word? The
Oh my
profession
god, we
that
got a
has
raid
stuffed
from
animals?
Gerda!
Yeah.
Thank you,
Attack-
Gerda!
Hey.
Thanks, Drew.
Hey,
you.
welcome!
Hello,
Hello,
Dragon
raiders!
people.
Thank you!
The taxidermist is what you're looking for.
There's got to be a dragon taxidermist in this.
Hi,
in this
lovelies! Welcome! Thank you for
Hi.
the raid. They are just discussing now what to do with their dragon head that they have acquired, which is probably something you shouldn't talk about in front of Gruta.
It's a black dragon, so aren't
not a
they
copper.
The enemies? They're the enemies of copper dragons.
I would say that is all very important. However, I need to get to a cleric.
Yes, we should focus on that
before we
first.
do anything.
Well, should we split? Should we do different things, or
I
should we
need
keep the
someone
party
strong
together?
enough to carry my barreled
Okay.
body.
I think we
I'm-
should just. Stay
Mina
together.
could cast enlarge and carry the barrel with you in it.
Then we're both strong.
All right, Mina will do that. Mina's gonna cast enlarge.
Enlarge on yourself?
Yep.
Okay, let me change your size again.
I was like, no, don't do it to me. That's gonna make me
There you go.
12 feet tall.
We're back to
Yes.
having Big Mina.
Ah, she's ginormous.
Mina is now
There's
the
something
same
just really
size as the
unsettling
rest
about
of
Big
you.
Mina. I don't like it.
I genuinely wonder how big the wings would be in reality. Just sticking out.
Big, very big.
Like human size, big.
Like an 8-foot wingspan.
Probably between I don't know.
All right. Now that Mina is enlarged, she's going to start carrying the barrel with you in it.
Well, should we, if we are splitting up, should we come up with a meeting point where we do our tasks for the day and
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
guys splitting? Audrey, you're muted, so if you're trying to say anything, I don't know if you were or not, but
No, I'm not.
Once we go to a cleric, I'm fine with doing whatever. I'm fine with doing the dragon thing. I really wanted to see if I can find a good enchanted weapon. Because Aurora is feeling very unequipped right now for what may be to come.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
Aurora
finding
has
a
the
magic
most
shop of some
magic
kind.
items of
Here's,
anyone in
here's,
this
what
party.
here's what I'm thinking, and in this order, and let me know if anybody disagrees. Cure the curse, sell the dragon head, or do whatever we want to do with it, and then go shopping. Or people.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do that. Let's do that.
Because
Alright.
I have 2 magical items, but the third one, I technically have 3, but I can't use the third one because
I think you have 4, don't you?
Yeah, you have 4. You have the javelin, you have the coin, you have the glaive, and you have the ring.
Yeah, you have a ring for protection.
Yeah, I
And a
have the
coin.
ring, I have the victorious coin,
And the
I have
spear.
the spear that I use, but I can't. Okay, so that's 3, but I can't use the. I'm sort of just holding on to the
Leave.
The
the
glaive.
glaive. Yeah.
So let's take it one step at a time. Then a whole party goes to find a cleric to cure Aurora.
Okay.
Are there any church spires sticking up anywhere in this town that we can see from here?
This town is quite large with quite impressive architecture. Just from offhand knowledge, Audrin, you wouldn't be aware that a place like this, especially in Emerus, would most assuredly have some kind of chapel dedicated at least to Astitia.
Okay. And he'll relay as much and kind of be like, all right. The skinny of the matter is that there's definitely chapels here to be found, but I'm not going to be the one to be asking the guards. That's going to have to fall into one of your laps. Terribly sorry about it.
I can ask. And, uh, can I do a perception check to see who's around?
Absolutely.
Alright, and this is just a +1. Did that roll?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh
So I basically, like, look at a wall, say, oh, there's no one here, and then I'm going to basically morph into Granny Apples.
no! Oh,
Okay.
may
Um,
I try? Or may Mina try? Maybe.
Well, I was gonna say, Mina is going to focus because you're in the barrel, correct?
Correct. I'm with you, and I'm in the barrel.
Cool.
I mean, I could have
so-
10 minutes outside of it, but I don't want to risk
No,
it.
no, that's okay. You just see Mina immediately become like you-sized, walk up, hug the barrel while squatted, and just lift, and they start walking away.
I'm just gonna go so strong.
oh,
And
good.
Is
Come with
anyone grabbing Yetta? Sorry.
She
Yetta's
ran away
gone.
Yetta
Oh,
walked
she
on their
took
own.
off.
She took
Okay.
off with Adelaide.
On
I'm
foot?
assuming they'll be on a
Yeah.
similar.
She got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking better work fast.
They better run.
Even then, after 10 minutes, it's not just gonna, like, insta-kill you. Like, you've got some time.
Yeah, but it's gonna start hurting.
She's
Yeah.
in a port. She could always
some
like run and jump in the water if she were like dying. But
So, do you guys begin to make your way trying to find a chapel?
Indeed.
Yes.
Let's
So,
do it.
as you make your way through this city, you notice this is quite a large city. And it is very nice, especially in comparison to Balradin. Like, Balradin's nice, but this city's nice. Like,
It's noise.
it's nice. As you walk around, you see a different air of culture than you guys have seen thus far in your journey. Everyone seems to have a little bit more of their nose kind of stuck up. There's a little bit more of an air of class and nobility as you look upon the people around you, and instead of looks of curiosity that you have gotten many a time from the various places you've traveled to, instead of curiosity, people are looking at you with almost a look of disgust and disdain.
Yep. I saw that coming.
You see
That's
plenty of
always-
guard traveling around. They're all wearing very bright, polished silver armor with these deep navy blue tabards with bright four-pointed stars on them.
How do they react to a fairy carrying?
You are
a
getting
full-
incredibly disproving glances.
Uh,
What?
is-
You never seen someone in a bucket before?
A couple commoners start to whisper to themselves, and one of which goes to find a guard.
Oh, fuck.
Sure, have fun.
What's the four-pointed star symbol?
It's like kind of like a compass rose, kind of that 4-point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but is it the symbol of the town or?
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
Can I roll perception just to see if I can see where this church might be, so we can maybe move a little quicker and with some deliberation?
Absolutely.
Without any deliberation, with some decisiveness.
Can you roll with advantage? Because I was going to ask a guard as
Oh
Granny
my
Apple.
god!
Please say yes. Okay.
I was going to ask a guard as Granny Apples where we could find a cleric. I mean,
You go up to one of the random guard patrolling.
yes.
He looks to you and he clears his throat. It's a taller man. Human. And he goes, "Are you looking for any kind of chapel in particular, or...?"
Yes, I'm looking for a cleric. My companion is rather sick, and they need to be healed of disease.
You could, and they give a glance over to Aurora, whose skin is just dripping goo in a
Just
bucket
wave.
with a very tall fairy carrying it. And he wrinkles his nose a bit with like a look of ugh. And he goes, "You might, have better luck towards the, center of Cape Moylan." And he kind of points his spear that he's carrying.
Thank you, dearie. All right, come here. And I'm just going to point and keep walking.
He straightens himself and hurriedly makes his way back on his patrol, but you do catch him, like, giving one more glance over the shoulder, taking assessment of each of you as you continue onward.
I'm just gonna say, is it me or is everyone staring at us as I flub the fucking perception?
Why, that's no
I think
surprise to
it's
me.
rich people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let's do our very best not to be drawing any attention if we can help it. I don't like being here.
Are all rich people lack this? Are they all like?
Oh, pay them
Just-
no mind.
Only rich people around here.
Oh, all right.
Is there like a sign somewhere with a red X or a red dot that says "You are here" on a map?
There is no theme park map that's usually posted in the center where it has a "You are here" dot on it. But I will say, it takes right around 10 minutes, but you do indeed find a very large chapel decorated in various shades of blues, dedicated to Astitia.
Ooh, where would that? Is that on the map at all or no?
No. We're gonna theater of mind all the shops and places you guys go to in this place.
I close my eyes and I'm theater of minding it.
We're gonna
looks
do it
beautiful.
traditional style.
Oh, traditional style.
The chapel looks beautiful in my brain.
Wow, isn't it so nice? Can't you see all the
imagining it really-
decorations?
Yeah,
I'm
wow.
imagining it a certain
job,
way,
DM.
and it's really pretty in my head.
It was an interesting architectural choice to build it upside down.
You know it was, but they thought maybe like the gravitational pull of the water would work better in here that way. But inside this chapel, do you guys enter? It is indeed huge. Like, large isn't even the large is not the word. It is huge. This is a massive chapel. Who's mini? Did someone's mini just disappear? Am I losing it?
Alvar is dead.
Moved mine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, whoa.
I moved mine to this white chapel, assuming that's it.
Sorry.
Is it?
She's separate theater of minding it.
Oh, there's like a big church over here that's like.
Yeah, you
guess
know
we
what?
can
You guys
use
can put
that.
yourselves over there. We can pretend this is it.
Okay.
It
So
kind of looks like an arena almost too. But
as you begin to enter, this is quite a huge chapel. And as you get inside, you'll notice just the opulence inside. There are so many different tapestries, depictions, artistries, there's statues, there's sculpture. There's all of these wonderful things dedicated to Astitia, and up in the center, in the middle, is a massive, like, basin with water that's being tended to by a handful of people of the cloth.
And did you say the name of the patron? of
Astitia?
this- Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
I rolled religion to see what I remember about that god.
Yes, you may.
What that god is?
I have proficiency in religion, so it's rare that I.
Fun fact, in the last campaign that we played together, I attempted to romance a cleric of Astitia. Because she was hot.
Did it go well?
Eric, did I succeed?
Yeah, you know, it definitely ended heavily implied at the end of the campaign.
Yes.
It was that answer was not confident.
Yeah,
Well,
You know, it wasn't 100%, but you know, we'll take
It wasn't really
those.
explored so much, to be honest.
Some viewers could have inferred.
It wasn't
19.
obvious, but maybe. So with a 19, and also I'd like to add as well, towards the back of this temple, or this chapel, there is a massive stained glass circular window that's beaming down light from outside, and it's in the shape of like a massive crashing wave.
Ooh, I
And
was
it's-
just about to ask, is it a wave?
It's a wave, and the light's kind of like petering in through the rippled glass, like down into the floor below, almost making it look like bits of like shining water.
I can see it in my brain, dude. I thought of a wave before you even said it. That's how in sync I am with your brain.
See, you guys knew. You knew already. So with a 19, You know about Astitia. Astitia is one of like the main gods of Faerun. They are known as the Water Lord, the King of Water. Their symbol is a wave. They're of a Tempest domain. Um, they are the ruler of all that is water. Like not even just like aspects of water. They are literally like the water.
They are the water. Okay.
I'm gonna put away my shield with the symbol of Umberly on it. I feel like that's a little disrespectful.
Yeah, play it safe here.
Good thinking. Good
I'm
thinking.
imagining numbers just get smited upon entering the church.
Is it fucking hot in here? What the hell's going on?
So what do you do?
I ask Mina to please carry me in.
I do. Mina will carry you inside into the building.
And I will look around for someone of the cloth in which I may be able to speak to.
There's a bit of a small crowd in here. It's like midday, so there's not like a service actively happening at the moment, but there is still, regardless, a small crowd of people scattered throughout the pews, tending to their own business. You do see, as stated before, there by that massive water basin that's like in the front and center of this temple, there is about 4 or 5 members of the cloth tending to it. You see them adding various things to this water, blessing the water, etc.
I will clear my throat a little and say, excuse me, I don't mean to be a bother, but could I have one of your attention for a moment, perhaps?
You say that to like all of them?
Yeah, since if nobody's noticing a 6 foot tall woman in a barrel just in there, then yeah, to get someone's attention.
One of them that is dressed in a bit more defined robes than the others. An additional little I don't know what the word for this is. What is the word for like those not tassels, but like you know, like the ribbons that go around the neck? Like in terms of like traditional garb?
vestments?
Vestments, yes. There's more detail to the vestments, and there's some additional bits of color. And it's an elderly man. And he turns to you, and a water ganassi nonetheless.
Oh.
And as he turns to you, his hair slicked black and down, with bits of gray beginning to show at the roots. He turns to you and he gives you all a quick nod in respect, and he goes, "Ah yes, what brings you here to the Chapel of Astitia?"
Well, other than curiosity, I seem to have been stricken by a horrible disease.
Yes, I can see that. Your skin looks like it's nearly falling off.
Yeah, it hasn't been quite pleasant. It was caused by, oh shit, what did we fight? What was it called?
Aboleth.
An aboleth. Okay, I just kept thinking centipede. I just wanted to say centipede.
Yeah.
When we were traveling here, we came into contact with an aboleth, and well, I didn't have the best of times in that fight. So I was wondering if there was anything someone could do here to cure me. I have the coin, if necessary.
I see. Aboleths are such cursed vile creatures, but this looks like something that my kid and I should be able to take care of for a price.
Oh, really? That's wonderful news. How much?
This blessing of the Water Lord should cost around 500 gold pieces.
Okay, Aurora's gonna look at the group and be like, is this okay? Is that alright?
Can I roll insight real quick to see if that is like a fair price for this, or are they like horribly overcharging us?
You may.
I was like, I wouldn't fucking know.
I would also like to.
Vara is biting her fucking tongue
Oh,
right
well,
now, hearing the charity of the church.
Mina,
So-
unfortunately, you do not have the financial prowess of Cotton. You do not know.
Can we all roll insight or no?
Numbers got a 24.
Well, Numbers got a 24, so Numbers. It's kind of hard for you to say because you really don't know that much about religion to begin with. But it sounds like a fair price. It's no easy feat to cure such a disease that can't be cured by the rest of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Aurora and say, yeah, no other option, my friend. I think that's a fair price.
It's the best we're gonna get. All right. I will hand him 500 gold pieces in a little pouch.
You count them out one by one.
I go 1, 2,
We could pay.
3.
We could pay with platinum pieces, guys. We have.
Oh yeah,
platinum.
yeah. Can we pay with platinum pieces, guys? Is that all right?
We should honestly take this out of group loot as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because finally it wasn't split, so you wouldn't have the amount that you currently have.
Yeah. So let me put my money.
Whatever's
back down
easy for you
to-
guys.
Yeah, I have to change my money and put it back down to. I think I had like 250 before we got rich.
So do we want to hand over 50 platinum pieces rather than 500?
It'd be a lot easier to
Yeah,
count
that
out.
would be way easier.
Let's
But
do
it
it.
would be less
2,
weight in our pockets.
3,
I got about
4.
While they're counting, I'm gonna turn to the cleric and ask, and how does the Temple of Astitia come to reside in such a town? Obviously, it being a port city, but I'm curious to know the history of your church.
We have a long-standing relationship with the sea, the people here. Most of our wealth and trade is done through imports and exports, and therefore we've grown quite appreciative. We tend to have a good relationship with that of the Water Lord, and his many blessings that he has bestowed upon us.
You asked me
Oh.
this on the day of my daughter's wedding.
You mentioned trade. We also thought something else on our way here that, from my understanding, was affecting trade in a lot of areas nearby. We encountered a black dragon called Umbrier.
I'm gonna have him roll his own damn intelligence check to see if he knows what the hell you're talking about.
Are they really like? They really just don't give a shit up here. Like, it's really
Wow, he's
affecting.
smart.
Holy
He
shit.
knows exactly what I'm talking about.
He knows
right?
everything.
Excuse me.
He gives a small nod and he goes, I've heard some rumors in passing about this threat to the ocean. However, it seems as though that creature was, if I recall correctly, to the more northern border. Most of our trade is run through the south.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that dragon up here.
Surely, and within reason, there would be some sort of reward among someone here who wished to see a dragon, fairly close nonetheless, be vanquished fully.
He thinks for a moment and he says, I couldn't really tell you any direction off the top of my head, but Cape Moyden's a big cape and you might be able to find someone willing to take such a thing off your hands.
Well, now, actually, what is your name, sir?
Oh, that's like the greatest question you could ever ask me.
His name's Bill Draft.
Bildreth?
Yeah, the guy from from Village Barovia, who was our shopkeeper. He's here
Oh, I forgot
He's
about
taking
that
up
guy.
Hello there, citizen.
too. If you want it badly enough, you'll buy it.
Oh, I liked that guy actually.
Like the
I
fuck,
liked him too.
he's like the fucking villain from what was that one movie?
Oh, he's like King Candy from
Oh
from
yes, King
Wreck-It
Candy
Ralph.
from Wreck-It Ralph, motherfucker.
I've never seen that
Candy.
movie. Is it
Oh,
good?
you've never seen Wreck-It Ralph? I love that movie.
Yeah, the
I've never
Ralph
seen
is
it.
solid.
Yeah.
We should watch it at some
the
point. It was good.
sequel's not great.
It's very
The
cute.
sequel was odd.
Yeah, I didn't like the sequel. The sequel sucked.
I think the sequel was just trying to be like clever the way the first one was and did not meet the mark.
It had a really
Oh.
unintentionally funny moment of Ralph looking at a Twitter page of everyone talking shit about him, and it's just like, really, he freaking stinks.
So,
That movie was so
what was
stupid.
his name?
Oh, sorry. His name, he gives you a nod and he goes, my name is Colinette Brunet.
Colinette Brunave, you said?
Brunet.
Brunei?
I can
Well,
spell it if you need to.
No,
Well,
say
Colinette.
Brunave. Say it the way you would say it if you weren't French.
perhaps you are unimpressed with the slaying of the dragon, but perhaps you will be impressed by another such impressive feat. And I take out my shiny new trident and I ching, clank it onto the floor, and I say, I quieted the. What was it called again? What was the thing that I did, DM? I'm sorry.
All
I
you know
quieted
is
like the
that
dead, the
there was a
souls or whatever.
massive whirlpool that seemed to be causing crazy riptides within the ocean that you traveled through, and you managed to quell it.
Didn't that
But-
also have the symbol of Umberly on it, though, Numbers?
Yep. So he
Uh,
looks at this object that you've now placed
Oh.
before him, and without a word, he takes one step backwards, and you see him do a quick blessing over himself. And he goes, "That indeed is a foul cursed artifact you have come across. Please, I must ask that you take care, and we could even take such a thing off your hands to make sure it doesn't fall in possession, perhaps destroy it even."
Well, so that's not necessary, but what I was going to say was I quieted the crying out souls of the damned over in, what was it, the Lost Grotto?
He stares at you blankly.
I don't
He
think
he
he's
doesn't
gonna
reckon
find
no one cares about.
these
Okay.
people.
I
Don't
mean,
really
this is
care.
sort of like
I
far
think
off into sea. I
Souls of the
doubt they would
Damned?
know anything.
Lost Grotto? Not ringing any bells?
I guess
think,
I'll put away the cursed item, allegedly cursed.
it seems that
And
everything we've done is pretty
okay.
far removed from, well, the city and a lot of the other places in this area.
I'm sure in Pastoral we'd get way more people being like, "Fuck yeah, thank you so much."
It
but
would
they're
be
too
it would
bougie
it
up
would
here.
pretty much cancel out the fact that we faux assaulted their whole town.
I know.
True.
Um, but so you said you can heal our friend?
Yes, indeed. Shall we proceed?
Yep, I counted out the 50 platinum for you. Here you go.
Alright, so y'all deduct 50 platinum from your group loot, right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and
Zach,
so
can you do that? I don't have it anymore.
he...
I was not keeping track of group
Mhm.
loot. I thought it was
Oh, he
you
said
and Zach.
Zach.
It's
Oh.
in the all of it's in the I think story notes. It's like, or in group loot. So, of the 16,000 platinum pieces, we are now down to 15,500.
You mean 1,500 platinum pieces?
He reaches out for your hand, Aurora, to, like, bring you out of the bucket.
Okay, I get out of the bucket.
And he takes your hand and he guides you over to that massive basin of water. And as he does, he tells to you, "Child of air, you will no longer be weighed down by such binds."
Well, all right then.
He gestures for you to get into the basin.
No, Zach, we didn't spend the gold. We spent platinum on this.
Oh right.
Is what I'm saying.
You said we're doing
I
platinum, right?
I get into it.
Or
Okay.
50.
And as you do, he quickly gives like a small, sharp little whistle to the other members of the congregation that are around, and you see them begin to gather a couple things. They gather around the water, and each one by one begins to add a different type of various herb into this water. He stands in the middle of all of them, and he says a quick prayer to himself, and you see the tip of his hand begin to glow with a oceanic blue tone. And he reaches his hand slowly, just the tips of his fingers slowly submerging into this water. And as he does so, the water begins to shine with a brilliant light. And as you feel the water all over around you, it stops being this... Obviously, this is a little odd. You're in essentially like a big baptized basin in the church.
I'm
a
not
little-
naked, am I?
You're not naked. A
Okay,
little
good.
awkward, a little uncomfortable, but the water begins to warm around you, and that of a soothing feeling, and you feel a sense of calm all around you. And as you look down, you see your skin begin to take full color once again, not translucent anymore, but coming back into full opacity. And the slime just melts completely away, and before you know it, you feel like you were born anew.
Whoa. Aurora's gonna, I guess, lift her hands, take a look at her arms, and say, "You know, I never really understood, or took much notice to the gods of these lands, but that was pretty magical. Thank you."
He gives you a nod and he says, Whether we take notice or not, they are still present around us. Sometimes it's good to stop and take heed in times of need.
Break it down.
There, and he just starts busting out, and they all just freestyle.
Take
We just
heed.
go, "Whoop."
Time of need.
I'm just going to, again, just say, well, thank you. I very much appreciate this act of kindness.
He gives
Am I allowed
you
to
a
get up out of
gracious
the
nod.
water?
Yes, you are free to go.
Yes.
And you
I'll
see
get up
the
out of
handful of
water.
people that had like remained within the church during this time. They all noticed this act happen, and you see them all with kind of like their oohs and ahs as they watch you cured of your nasty disease. Mina, are you still huge?
No. By this point, I would have shrunk down a little bit to.
All right, I'm changing you back.
If you don't mind me asking, do you know where we might be able to dispose of the water that was in the barrel? We don't want to just dump it out anywhere.
You may leave it here. My congregation and I will discard of this for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
He gives you a nod and he says, anything to ensure that the disease does not spread any further.
Indeed, that's a good idea.
Well, I guess we're good here, folks.
I guess we have to get our other stuff in order, right? I wonder if
I feel like
Yetta
a
was
new
here.
woman.
So where do you guys go now? What would you like to do?
Maybe we should look at finding a jeweler. I know we used up, I think one of the only diamonds we had for Revivify earlier. We might want to carry at least a few of those around with us.
That's
Plus-
a good idea. See if we can trade in some of these gems for diamonds.
I would like to
Exactly.
carry like maybe 4, just in case. I know that seems like a lot, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
All right.
Okay. So you guys head out to go find a jewel crafter or gemsmith of some kind?
Yeah, or just anyone that would deal with like raw gems.
Okay. Easy enough to do. You guys begin to meander your way back to the city. This time Aurora not in a bucket and Mina not carrying her.
Yes.
In just her normal fairy form, not big, because that weirds everyone out.
You begin to notice the stairs around you becoming increasing the deeper you get into the city. Especially towards you, Audrin.
Especially
Audrin,
towards
you
me, huh?
Especially
seem to be
towards you.
popular around here. Is everything okay?
I'd just as well leave it a little unspoken if you catch my meaning. I'm not rather comfortable around these parts. I spent my entire life avoiding these walls, and now I'm here in it. Not even a good disguise at that.
Do you want to go back to the ship?
No, I'll make do.
Aurora will take out one of her cloaks that she had, and she will throw it on top of Audrin because it's got a hood.
All right, hold on it.
Is anyone like pointing and whispering? Do I observe anyone like whispering about Audrin or anything like that?
Ah, yes. Remind me what your passive perception is now. A 21?
24.
Mine's 18.
24!
I'm the
20.
21.
You're the 21. Okay. Numbers with a 24? Definitely.
So, I have the observant feat. I can read lips. What are they saying, DM?
You notice at least a couple people discussing the looks of your garb. Some are spreading rumors of piracy about you. Not locals.
They're telling tales outside of school.
They're telling tales outside of school. They're spinning yarns. And
Well,
rumors
wanna
are starting to
recognize it.
form.
You're not any
Some
better
of
than
those
a pirate
things
the way
may
you
or may not be true.
So, Granny
Some of 'em.
Apples is going to grab Audrin by the arm. Thank you for being such a good grandson and showing me around.
Oh, of course, Granny. You know, it's been a minute since we walked the streets together and saw the sights. And,
Oh, do you remember? Your cousin and you used to get croissants over there. Oh, what was the name of it again?
he's gonna like elbow Humi and be like, it's croissant around here. You have to say croissant.
Oh, not on your life, sweetie.
Yes. Thank
Audrin and
Alright.
Humi, as you guys are talking, Audrin, as you talk, and as you guys are walking and talking, a couple people kind of quirk their head at your accent.
Oh shit.
Okay, can I roll a performance check?
You may.
Alright, let's see if this works. This is mainly testing out two things.
And Humi, oh, another one?
I am going to do inspiration.
I say, you only rolled twice so far, and they've been once.
Also, while people are like
Okay.
quirking eyebrows, Audrin's just kind of gonna look around a little bit and try donning a little bit of a like a Moynihan accent. He's gonna be like, Granny, why don't we, fucking, I sod it. What, you never seen someone from the south before? Let me be. He's gonna like yell at everyone around him.
Was it
Now, don't be rude. It's very rude to yell at people. I'm so sorry. We're just visiting. Our family lives here. Well, they moved, but we like to visit every now and again.
It seems that this Humi with a 25, people are leaving you well enough be. And Humi, you're from Emerus as well. You would know the reputation of Cape Moynihan. You know that the people here are haughty. They are snobbish. Their class is their everything, and you know that piracy is a death sentence here.
Okay. And how do they like old people that like help?
They don't.
Perfect. Because old Granny Apples needs some help walking, and her good grandson's going to keep helping her, and if anyone gets too damn close, she's gonna start talking to them about the good old days.
They don't like
Mina,
old people here? Don't they have old people here?
Mina
With this
is
behavior?
They call the weak.
Mina seeing the stares directed at them is just like really excitedly smiling and waving because she doesn't still understand human culture a lot. So like a
Okay.
lot of the hoity-toityness is kind of just flying over her head, so she's just like waving and being all happy. And
Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy Gruta.
Thank
how do
you.
people react to this?
So you see that a few people, most people that see you doing this, they just kind of like, you know, like how when you accidentally make eye contact with someone, like they quickly look away. That's kind of the vibe that you get. However, a couple people just kind of get caught off guard, and you see at least one or two people give you like a small, very brief wave back.
So when the first group of people like looks away, Mina is a little sad, and then when the other group wave back, Mina gets really, really happy and excitedly starts like buzzing around and flying around and stuff.
I will say it's easy enough for you guys to find a gemsmith. How much diamond did you want to purchase?
I think 4 diamonds would probably be good. And did we want to sell off some of the gems that we got?
Yes, indeed.
We
Granny
wanted
I
to-
wonder
Apples.
if we'd
a
be able to
few.
trade some of these gems for like a diamond or two.
Oh yeah, because each of these are worth what, 1,000 each?
They do, totaling to 13,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit! Well, let's just sell 4 gems for 4 diamonds.
Well, no, we're looking for 300 gold diamonds,
Oh.
and each of these gems are 1,000 gold apiece.
Oh shit, dude! We only need.
That would be a horrible trade.
You are more than welcome to sell your gems if you'd like to. This person here, this gemsmith, they have 2 300 gold diamonds available for purchase and 1 500 gold diamond available for purchase.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Let's
In
that's
terms
all.
of diamonds. We'll take the lot.
I guess we'll have... I guess we should take all of them. It wouldn't hurt.
Indeed.
3
They would
diamonds
look
is 3
nice.
diamonds as far as I'm concerned.
And are you selling all of your gems or some of them or
Do we want to sell the ones that we have multiple of? Because we have like 2 blue sapphires, 2 black opals, 3 fire sapphire or star sapphires,
Yeah,
and
why
2
don't we
emeralds.
keep like 1 of each and then sell the rest of like the multiples?
I like that idea, selling like all so we only have 1 of each. That'd be
Yeah.
Okay, so to make that happen, how many would you be getting rid of?
2 star sapphires,
Okay.
1 emerald,
Okay.
1 blue sapphire,
Okay.
and 1 black opal.
So 5 total?
5 total.
Okay. I'll just do the quick maths for you.
And would we be able to, like, what if we included the
So including the
price?
sale of the diamonds with that
Yeah,
5,000 gold pieces, you would still gain 3,900 gold pieces.
yeah.
That's nice. That's wonderful.
awesome.
Okay, well that you may
I'll
do.
put that in story notes.
I think it's so funny
I got it.
that
Okay.
that we finally have enough to buy like some of the cool stuff we were looking at earlier, like the uh the black dragon armor for numbers, but that stuff's all not available.
It's all gone now. Yeah.
Ain't that just the
Oh.
way?
Aurora's gonna pipe up and say, so, how would anybody feel about me looking to sell this glaive unless one of y'all are really hell-bent on using it for yourself? Because I really don't have the time to learn Sylvan, I don't think.
I don't think we should sell it. He seems kind of nice, but I think
There
we're
are-
better off trying to find someone that, could use him a little bit better.
Why don't we just seek a library and find a Sylvan 101 or an Elvish 101 book
Yeah,
that
but
you can.
Winter, the DM said it was gonna take me like what, 7 weeks to learn it. Like
According to
Yeah.
the 5e rules, it takes 10 weeks to learn a language.
that's
To learn it
insane.
fluently, but you can learn basic commands and wield a weapon.
I
With
mean-
basic communications.
I don't know. This guy seems like he wants like convos. Like I gotta win him over essentially to wield this weapon. I can't just be like, "Hello, how are you? My name is." You know what I mean? Like I have to understand what he's speaking to me.
Minus
like,
your int modifier? Is that so it's the weeks. What's your intelligence modifier?
Oh, my intelligence is a 12.
So it's a +1. So it'd take
Yes.
9 weeks.
And I think you're also able to subtract if you have someone that speaks it fluently. It subtracts like a week, I think.
8 weeks.
It's still a
there
lot.
a-
less
Unless
time.
there's a time skip somewhere in this campaign, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. Like we
Is-
take like we've only known each other for like not even a month. You know what I
Well,
mean?
well, maybe there's a magic library where you can pay to instantly learn a language, to download a language into your brain or something
That's
via
gonna
magic.
cost so much money if that's even a thing that exists, which I don't know if it is.
We
I
might be able to
mean-
get you a thing of comprehend languages or something, like a scroll.
Yeah, but that's like a one-time usage type of thing. Like
It's
I
like-
could comprehend for like. I'd also remember Hubi tried to cast something on me, but this is like telepathically.
Using the power of the Rosetta Stones, you can learn any language.
Yeah, I don't think this
Rosetta
is happening,
Stone.
guys.
Why don't you just download the Duolingo app? Okay, Aurora.
So,
Well,
I mean, do people not want to sell this and add it to our group loot?
I would like to hold on to it.
Okay,
I-
well, I just won't be able to use it. So, can we stick it in the bag of holding for now? Is that all right with Audrin?
I could hold on to it if
Yeah,
you
that's
don't want it,
fine.
Aurora.
Yeah, sure, you can hold on to it. I really can't do anything with it. It's just a normal glaive for me, unless I am able to talk to this king.
Watch Mina take like martial adept just to be able to wield like, whatever skill it's her using.
Umi can use it actually, I think. With
So
the
I'm-
Yeah,
finesse
technically, I
ability.
think you can.
Yeah.
It's a finesse, so if you can do two-handed, but then you'd have to switch out between like if you were to be using your
Yeah, if you,
your
if you-
instrument.
I
if you have
think
like an arcane focus, that could be rough.
I thought weapon proficiencies were different than just like usage.
Yeah, there's also
that's
you
true.
might not have martial weapon
Bards
proficiency.
I don't
Oh
think.
yeah,
Which-
bards don't have that. They only have simple, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, regardless,
way,
what did you
Mina
guys
will
like
hold
to
on.
do?
I do think that we should nonetheless visit Celia Keenfield, wherever she might be in this city. She might have picked up a few things towards the evening in Pastoral. We were there. For
Is it always going to be Celia Canefield every city we go to?
I'm not-
she's-
Audrin,
she's
you remember
following
from
us around.
conversation before that Celia and Salmo were headed directly out of the city. They were not staying.
They're
Um,
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we might
before
actually have
we-
a hard time with that.
Before we leave the gem crafters, I'm gonna ask if he knows of anyone else or actually, I'll just RP it. Do you know where there are anywhere else to get things like diamonds? Or in
What
the
are you
market
asking?
or I'm asking the gem crafter guy if there's anywhere else to purchase diamonds in the city.
From what you get back, I'm not gonna RP this so we can try to speed this along a little bit. Especially because it seems like you guys have a bit more you want to do here.
Shopping episode.
Shopping.
From what you understand and what he tells you is that there's not a lot of places, at least like this, available to the common folk of the city. For something like that, that's kind of reserved for the nobility.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think 3 diamonds is pretty sufficient. It's only
Yeah.
1 less than you wanted.
That's true, and I'm sure we might find more later on.
I don't think
Yeah.
we're in a bad position.
No, I don't think so.
Uh,
All right, so now we were looking for
Adventurers
vendor?
Guild.
yes,
Oh,
Either
yeah.
Adventurers
with
Guild,
the
yeah, or
dragon head.
magic items, which might be hard to find also.
We could
Yeah,
probably
I
speed
know.
through that too.
Audrin, you would know that there is no Adventurers Guild in Cape Moynihan.
Oh, and he'll relay that just as quickly.
Oh no.
Oh, we can just
Taxidermist?
maybe find some. Is there okay? So would Audrin know if there's any manner of like general oddity shop or like trophy hunters, anything like that? Hunters Guild, Ranger Guild of any kind?
No, there is none.
Okay, that makes sense.
This
It's
is
very
such a
important.
You know that there's like
Boring
a really
town.
like blue blood high dollar magic shop.
All right,
One
what?
that
Let's
you've
just-
heard of, but you
let's
don't.
just
There's no
Check
adventure.
that out.
Let's just go to the magic shop, and maybe they'll want a dragon head. Dragons are magical creatures. Well,
Yeah.
let's just see. And if not, then we keep it. Whatever.
I agree with you there,
I-
Alvaro. This town is boring.
I also think there are probably quite a few blue bloods that'll want to purchase an item like this just to have.
For the mantle.
Yeah, rich people love fancy shit like that in their house.
And then they can tell them that they killed it. All like their friends and stuff.
Ah,
I
yes.
find that the nobility tend to be rather annoying to interact with. But
Well, they can't be much
people
worse
think
than
it's
you,
the best
can they? And she's gonna give her a pat on the head in a joking manner.
I will fucking murder you.
Is that a promise?
Sorry, I'm trying to be better about that.
That's alright.
Please stop.
My God.
And Alvaro will sprint ahead several feet and
I
Just gonna run
rustled her
away.
jimmies. She got angry.
So do you make your way and try to find
Yeah,
the
yeah.
magic shop?
try to find
Yeah,
this
yeah.
infamous
Okay.
magic shop.
And I'm
It
gonna
takes
keep
Oh, keep
an
going.
active. I'm sorry. Just gonna keep an active perception check going on, just to make sure that like I don't get caught unawares, because obviously people are onto me.
Absolutely. So,
I'm gonna glare at anybody that I notice glaring at us or looking dirty at Audrey, and I'm gonna go,
Thank you.
Mina's just gonna flutter around. And be like,
I'll
very
be
happy.
glaring at the people she's waving to.
Alvara's a Sundere, I can see it.
Yeah, very
I
much
made
so.
I made that joke
That's
I
true, and
remember
it's
when you
true.
did.
a while ago.
I thought, yeah, that was like abundantly clear from episode 1.
Audrin, it's what'd you get, a 23?
Mhm.
So now the time of day is
Yes.
about turning to early, like late afternoon, early evening, as you guys begin to wander around. With a 23, you're keeping your wits about you and your hood pulled up. There's your group in general is still getting lots of looks, but at least with your ignore this. I'm just adjusting my thing. Oh, where'd I go? There I am.
Where did you go?
I fixed it. Your group is still getting lots of looks, lots of whispers, and the guard are, you notice, keeping a close watch on you guys as you pass by. But you in general are not getting as much like specific looks as you were before, now that you're kind of keeping a low profile.
Cool.
The cloak helped. Yes.
I think just me not talking helped.
Oh.
So after a little bit of time, easy enough, you were able to find a quaint little shop with a sign out front of a crescent moon with a moon sigil engraved into the middle of the sign, and the shop is called Blue Rune.
Blue rune. Blue rune.
You saw me standing
Blue
alone.
Without
Without
fear
fear
in my
right now.
heart.
That's all I can think of.
The out of character and in character thoughts are the same.
It's a great song, man.
Change my voice real quick.
It's like, Alvaro, when did your voice get so deep?
Boomy is going to. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead. We can presumably go in, but
Umi?
Before we go in, I'm going to Granny Apples is going to kind of pull Audrin in a little bit closer and whisper into their ear. Dearie, I do have distort value. I can make things seem more valuable than they are. Do you think we should use that now?
If we're walking into a magic shop, then they probably are savvy to any manner of spell you're gonna cast to beguile them, as it were.
All right then. Perhaps we could do some shopping later.
Aye, I'm with you.
He's like, I never get to have any fun.
As soon
Well,
I'm sorry,
Humi
because you
almost got them thrown in prison already, so.
Yeah, that's true.
that's what I was thinking about. I was like, as soon as you mentioned that, Humi, my brain immediately went to when we first got here and you tried to use the script on the parchment.
Hey, I like doing what I do, okay?
I need Jan. It's what I do.
So what do we see upon walking into such an establishment as the Blue Room?
You walk
Are
in
we-
and you notice billowing blue curtains made of this dark gossamer hanging throughout. Wonderful tapestries. It's a dark velvet flooring. It's very dim lighting inside, but everything around is lit up on wonderful little shelves. And you see, tending to these shelves behind a small little counter, a sight that you haven't really seen in this city so far is an elderly gnomish lady with long black hair that's braided and then bound into a bun on the top of her head.
How does she react upon seeing us walk in?
She turns around to greet you all, and then you see her kind of fumble with a pair of glasses that are hanging around her neck on a little cord. And she goes and she puts them on, adjusts them on the bridge of her nose, and she goes, "Oh, welcome, dears, to the Blue Rune.
She's nice.
What can I help you with today?"
She doesn't have a French
Oh.
accent.
Well, we were kind of
business.
we were traveling through the area and we were looking for some magic items. And we heard this was the place to go.
Well, that would be right, my dear. I think I should be able to help you with that. Anything in particular?
Mina's going to look around to the rest of the group, noting that Aurora was looking for some stuff.
I mean, we could also perhaps do well with some healing potions. Ones that are a little bit greater than the basics.
Let's not do that.
I'm just gonna
Let's
look
not
back.
do that. Okay.
No, I think we should definitely purchase more healing potions.
We should get healing potions, yeah, but let's not get greater healing potions because
Okay.
they go up like exponentially in money, and it's just never really worth it for what they're worth.
Oh, I'm not too much of an alchemist, but I can take a look around and see what I have. Give me one moment, dearie. And then you see her duck behind the little counter she has as she begins, like, moving around some objects. You hear little clinks and clanks. And
Well,
as you do, what?
I was just gonna ask, what else is like visible as we're in the shop?
I was just about to explain that to you guys.
Oh,
Yay! That's what I was gonna ask too.
So while you hear her fumbling around, it gives you all a moment to take pause and give a little bit of a look around this shop. And there's a lot of really interesting things around. There's small baubles to big oddities. You see a little globe that is a glass globe that has a little cloth placed over it that's on its own little pedestal. You see a couple sets of very finely crafted leather armor that are hanging along the wall.
Ooh.
You see a long blade that looks like it's been carved from some kind of horn or spine, but it almost looks like it's made out of crystal. It's quite gorgeous, the way it shines in this dim lighting, especially with all the blues around. It's just bouncing off the light. You see a very stylish pair of well-put-together leather armor, but this one has a bit of studs on it.
To make you look goth.
You see another set of light, kind of almost not really robe-like, but just like light cloth, kind of padded, a set of armor that looks like it's been... Alvara, to you, this almost looks like it came from the Feywild, the way it's been put together, and just that type of, what's the word I'm looking for? I keep wanting to say architecture, but that's not what you use for clothing.
Design?
Design, thank you.
Tailoring. Yeah.
Yeah, like the type of tailoring that it is, thank you. Cadillac Jack redeemed a potion.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cadillac, who's taking it,
Uh-oh.
Cadillac?
Cadillac Jack, who's taking it?
Cadillac's pulling up, and somebody's gotta get out and get a drink.
You know what?
Waiting in the
Vote for
Chevy
Mina.
for a Cadillac. Jack, Jack,
Who's
Jack, Jack,
gonna
Jack.
take it, Cadillac?
You
Did you
oughta
just
know
say
about
vote for
it.
Mina?
Yeah.
The DM's already taken 2, so maybe someone else.
Technically 3, because Quimtum made me do one
Oh
too.
yeah, 3. So maybe
just-
someone
Let's get a
else.
hype train going.
Does Mina also notice this this piece of clothing that seems to be from the Feywild, or is that just
You
Alvaro?
do. You do notice it. And I've got a few more things to, Thank you for the hydrate, Sipiker. So I've got a couple more things to go over. I was just waiting to see what the potion would be. This is stuff that you all can see. There's a couple different, daggers hanging on the wall. Some with sharp, like, that come to just straight, almost needle-like points. Some with, like, an odd curve to them. Who hasn't had one yet? Pretty much, well, there was a
We
group
all- there was a
potion,
group
so...
There was a group potion, so everyone's had one.
Technically, everyone's had one.
And then the
So
DM has had the most.
I've had the most. You
But
know,
everyone else is
Mina seems really eager. That could be a good, like, nudge nudge wink wink.
Mina's like,
Um,
please, 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 please.
Audrey's going to.
Hold on, I'm not
ask
done
you-
yet.
No, sorry, go ahead.
There is off to the corner there is a small little wrought iron looking cauldron. That seems to be sitting on its own little pedestal. Also hanging along the wall. Alright, Andy, there you go. That's for you, your potion. There is a little sickle hanging from the wall that is in the shape of like a moon crescent. And it almost has a moon-like pattern, though, like just in the brandishing, I guess, of the metal. It's very bright and it's very white with an intricate handle.
Pretty.
And last but not least, hanging behind the counter, almost in its own little like locked glass cabinet, is an interestingly carved and curved looking broom. It is a broomstick that is very deep, kind of brownish purple in color. It has a very like intricately like woven and shaped bristle. And the top of it kind of comes to like a knotted curve. And it's in a little locked glass cabinet.
Aurora's looking at Alvara and looking at the broom and looking at Alvara and back at the broom.
Let me ask you about that broom.
Now, what would you guys like to do as she begins sorting around some glassware?
I would like to ask about the sword.
I would like to take a 10-minute break so we can process all of that.
Yeah, actually, it's
Yeah.
8:22. Should we take a 10-minute break?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
If you could send us like the list. I don't know if you have a list like typed.
I'm not gonna send you guys the list, but yeah, I'm not gonna send you guys the list. So I'll send you this after you guys buy something.
Also,
Okay.
just so people are aware, the unattuned magic items we have, if we do want to flip them, are the Vial Ring, the Carrion Cloak, the Glaive, which I think we're keeping, and then the Frostfell Cloak. Those
So
are
it's
items that
3,
are unattuned.
technically.
Yeah. if
Those
we
are
keep
the
glaive.
unattuned items.
Yeah.
So 10-minute break, snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do. Now's the time to do it. We'll reconvene at 8:33. And I get to move us to our intermission screen. Woo!
Does
And
anyone
for
really
your
want that
information-
vial ring?
Do you want it?
I'm
no,
not using
I'm
it.
saying, like, did anyone really want it? Or
I
should
Oh
forgot,
no, we're
I forgot
was
to
meant to
describe
be
one more
selling.
item. Fuck. Are you guys all still here?
Yeah.
I am.
yeah.
Okay, there's also a pair of finely crafted leather gloves.
Leather gloves, interesting.
Ooh.
Okay, leather gloves.
Those are always
Alright.
interesting. I
Yeah.
wonder what those do.
Be right back.
Did I?
And Cadillac Jack, Aurora is no longer a fish. We did spend 50 platinum pieces to cure them of being, you know, a fish that can't leave a barrel. And we are keeping the glaive. I don't want to get rid of him. He seems nice. See, what would have been really funny is if we had an artificer in the party and they built like a barrel armor that they could have like arms and legs sticking out of. Yes, a reverse diving suit. I feel like they would get a slamming attack at that point, just like a barrel charge. Or maybe they could turn into like an armadillo and just like roll with the enemy. I'm also imagining a situation in which Aurora just starts rolling away and we can't keep up. Fighting on a hill would suck. Doing that though, that would be kind of funny.
Now, I have a fun question. So, if I were to cast Distort Value, and I cast Non-Detection, which technically it hides a target that you touch from divination magic, for the duration. The target can't be targeted with any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. Do you think I could pull off fencing something for more than it's worth?
Who are you talking to?
Anyone.
Oh, I'm here. I think that out of all the shops to hustle in this town,
Oh,
which
not
is
this one.
an affluent town, magic is not the best. But yeah, I mean, I think you could probably do it. I mean, if we're gonna be gone, like, you could probably choose a lower stakes shop, like on the way out, to like just come out of shit if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
I am back.
Hey,
Back. We need art of Aurora wearing nothing but a barrel.
What?
God
The
damn.
barrel's catching on.
The barrel's catching on.
The barrel, yeah, Aurora, you left the barrel right as it was starting to hit. If you're there, Aurora.
I don't think she
I
is.
didn't realize I was muted.
Fine.
Hello.
Sorry. I am here.
I have good news.
Yes?
I am almost done piecing back together the thing in Tailspire, so I should have a character sheet again soon.
Oh,
with
hell
everything
yeah.
in it.
I'm sorry you deleted your character sheet. I feel really bad.
It's my fault. So I was looking at different character sheet mods on Tailspire, and I accidentally unlinked it, which I guess deletes everything.
It does.
But now I am using that like updated one that everyone else uses, and yes, it's working. It's working.
Probably
Very
better off.
nice.
I haven't switched
Yeah.
over just because it's all entrenched in the old one, but I'm like
Yeah.
tempted.
I did lose all my character notes though, so it's gonna be a
No.
little rough for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Oh,
that
that's
was why
okay.
you
That's
said.
okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That was
it's
why you're
all
like, I
good.
don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Humi just got amnesia.
You know,
Unbeknownst to
sometimes that
them.
happens.
Yeah.
That natural one you rolled on the docks did a lot more than just make you not see things. It made you forget what you've seen.
Granny Apples runs straight into a pole. Concussion.
Oh no.
That's the third act, is just trying to get Hoopney their memories back. You have a child in Bolredon!
What?
You're not really a grandmother!
What are you talking about? I am going to swindle at least one shop while I'm here. I have to. I feel like I haven't used Humi's full potential for stealing.
Is Humi a good stealer?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are good at
I'm
few
hoping you
things.
guys don't spend the entire session in Cape Moynihan, because that wasn't supposed to happen.
Gotcha.
Maybe once we finish the shopping, we can just, like, start to head out or something. I don't think there's a lot left to do.
Yeah, there can't be.
I mean, after the magic shop, I really don't think there's a lot left for us to do.
Even if we just spend, like... If we leave by the end of the session, that'll at least be progress, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hopefully we get out of here.
It's just hard when we don't stream for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay to go to, like, 10, but I know certain people want to be done by, like, 9 or 9:30. Well, 9:30, I guess.
I was to say 9. That's super early.
I think
I'd
we've
be
been going to
fine.
10, like, the past couple times.
Yeah,
Going to
Yeah.
10
I'm
is
good with 10.
ideal for me, like, with trying to get stuff done, I feel.
Mhm.
Switch us back over to here for our last couple of minutes. We still got a couple minutes of break left.
I do like
and
the idea
outside
of...
of... Oh, go ahead, Zach.
No, you know what? No. You
Alright, then I'm not going to say anything until you say something.
something.
Denied.
Something.
Damn it! Just go.
Forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah. I really appreciate the magical item shop. Like I get, you know, I know we asked for a list earlier, but I also like the idea of you having to like rifle through the shit. You know what I mean? I know it
Yeah,
takes
I'm not
more
doing
time,
a
but it's
list for
good.
you guys anymore.
Yeah.
That worked out kind of poorly last time. I feel like there was a lot of metagaming in terms of what you actually, like, decided to get and not. Which is fine, that's
Yeah.
my fault for giving you a list of, like, everything that everything did. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
would
not doing
agree
that
with
anymore.
It's like, does the few minutes we save with that offset, like what you said, kind of like the metagaming aspect and the thrill of kind of having to like rifle through whatever's there?
Yeah,
Probably not,
exactly.
right? Probably not.
Well,
But
But it's okay,
yeah,
it's all learning experience, and now I know, and now we'll just do it a little different.
I was
it
just
also
gonna say though.
depends. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just
I
gonna
was-
say my last thought. Sorry, Andy. Real quick. I also like the idea of you just like walk into a magic shop. It's like there's this, there's that. You just gotta be like, which one do I pick, or like which two do I look at? You know, like you gotta kind of like then like go through your options. Like
narrow it down, yeah.
yeah, you can't
I think
just
it's
be like,
fun.
I have the whole list. I can look at everything in here. It's like you're not gonna be able to do that.
It also depends on the magic shop and like the person who's selling the weapons, because a roadside vendor or like a stall probably wouldn't know what all of their stuff does, but like a high-end magic shop might have like certain things that where they're trying to sell, where they have like little descriptions of them.
She probably knows what most of this stuff is, but like in terms of like, she might not have like a full inventory. Like magic shops
No,
too
yeah.
are really strange in that like the inventory is probably moving like so frequently. Because
Yeah.
it's like, this is here, this is there. Adventurers come in and bring 5 items, and I'm sure like shopkeepers are well attuned, but sometimes it's like
Yeah.
if you think about, if you were to go into like a store and be like, give me a list of everything in the store, it's like most people would be like, what?
What?
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense. So
Unless you're
I'm,
like getting a
I'm
catalog
glad you
or
made
something.
that decision, Winter. I think it's a good choice.
Yeah, I kind of like it better
Mhm.
when you guys have
I
to do
see.
like a little bit of your own like investigation and just like decision
Yeah.
making for it, and not just having it all like laid out. It
Yeah,
takes a little
away
longer,
from
but
it. Like getting the list is going to take away from potential metagaming. It's going to take away from the fun and the mystery of it all, and it's more realistic. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like Zach said, you don't just walk into a shop and say, "Give me a list of everything you have at the store." Like,
Yeah,
that's just
exactly.
not a thing.
And you know what?
I
We'll
mean,
we'll get through what we need to get through. It'll be fine.
You
Yeah.
used to, like in catalog stores and stuff, like what Sears used to be.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but that's
true.
Yeah, but that's a catalog. That's not like you walk into the store and demand.
fairy tale setting magic shop is not Sears.
So
I
we
can
are
imagine-
past break ending. Are we ready to continue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's numbers.
Yep. No.
Oh. Well, Numbers
That's
isn't here, so.
Yeah, you'll just have to wait.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back, yeah.
That's the return.
Wow.
Wow.
On that note.
So, with that, you see all these things before you, and finally, the little gnomish woman places a single red vial, larger in size, on the counter, and she goes, "I'm afraid this is all I have, dear."
How much?
Hmm.
Just wondering. Said it's slightly bigger. I'm nervous.
It's like the most potent healing.
I know. I'm
potion, but
like,
it's also like 10 grand.
I don't know if I need all that.
It'll cost about 100 gold pieces.
You can squeeze.
Oh, I think we should get it.
Is
Yeah,
this
that's pretty reasonable.
a greater healing potion?
It has some great power to it.
Hold on real quick. Can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek, you're muted. It says you're muted. What the hell?
It says that. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, that's why I saw that. I was like, oh, that's weird.
I
can
don't know.
hear ya.
Oh, there it goes. It went away. Maybe it was just lagging.
Could be.
$100 for one up from a regular healing potion, essentially. What do we think?
I think we should grab it. I don't
why
think
not?
that's a bad deal.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, if it was like if she had like a ton of them, then no. But I think one is fine.
Yeah.
And then I know a few of us had questions. Alvar, do you want to go first? I know you had a broom question.
Yeah, I would like to inquire about that little broom behind you, and also, are you okay with me bringing out my familiar within your shop? I promise they will behave.
As long as you keep them close, dearie, and don't let them touch too much.
She'll nod, and I'm gonna just bring my little pseudo dragon back to my shoulder. And they can be temporarily dismissed and like brought back at any time. So
He
like,
crawls up onto your shoulder and sits with his little wings curled into his body and his little scorpion-like tail just draped down.
I might need your help regarding understanding how certain magical items might benefit us, especially if you're going to be traveling with us and me.
It gives you a blink.
Okay, good enough. So the broom.
Oh, that broom there, and she points to the glass case.
Yes.
How many brooms are there?
It's supposed to be made for flying, but it one has a bit of a temper about it.
I very much understand that. As a concept, at least.
It's a perfect match.
Tell me a little bit more about it.
You see like a little clearance tag hanging off the side of the glass case.
Fuck.
Um,
Is this broom also gonna talk?
It's oh my god! It's coriander again.
It's coriander! She goes, I got it some time back from someone claiming it was from the Feywild. I didn't quite believe them at first, but after witnessing this thing's behavior, it doesn't surprise me.
Elaborate.
Avara's eyes widen.
It tends to not want to cooperate with whoever's riding upon it.
That sounds like a pretty big design flaw. Can you tell me a little bit more? Like, is it have any sort of sentience about it, or is it just...
It doesn't seem to be able to speak, if that's what you're asking. But it has a way about it, a bit of a personality of its own.
Right.
I think with the proper help and the proper time in person, someone should be able to tame it. I'm like devolving into an Emrys accent with this lady, so here we go.
The taming of the broom. And how much would you want for the broom?
I'm looking to get rid of it for 200 gold pieces, dearie.
That's sold.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, we're taking that. You can deduct it from my distribution, guys.
She very
For a broken
carefully
broom?
unlocks that case and gingerly picks it up and places it on the counter.
I can tell this would be a decision that I might regret later, but hopefully not. And I'm gonna look to my familiar as I pick it up.
The familiar is watching the broom intently, just kind of keeping its eyes down and focused on it, but then it looks back up to you and gives you like a little nod.
Hmm.
And I will pick it up.
Hey, you can add the Phase Broom of Flying to your inventory.
Alvara,
Okay.
may I inspect that briefly, my friend?
Sure.
Who else would like to inquire about something?
The
I
sword.
would.
You go first.
I would like to do two things actually. Can I roll perception on the broom to see if it's like broken in any capacity?
Yeah, sure. 25? It is
Oh.
perfectly intact. It has a kind of little bit of a funny shape to it, but it is very much intact. It is not damaged in any sense. It is pristine, even.
How about that? Okay. I would like to inquire into the fine leather gloves, please.
Oh, I was also going to ask
Miss.
that.
Oh, these gloves here. There's a funny thing about these gloves, is they turn invisible when you put them on, and they seem to give you a little bit of a bonus. A bonus. Here's me talking as a DM slipping.
Just do it. Just
They
do
give you
it.
a little bit of a bonus when it comes to doing sneaky things with your hands.
Oh.
Ah.
Hmm.
Just imagining Audrin's eyes.
Crimson,
just
thank you
like,
for the resub!
Audrin, I'm imagining him
Hey.
and
Thank
Toomey just going,
They've been spelled for
If
4
only
months,
someone
ayo!
would.
Thanks, Crimson.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm not interested, but I think one of my friends here may be.
If you're
Interested
interested, I'm
party.
looking to get rid of these gloves, and they have a little price tag on them, like on a little string, and it says 300 gold pieces on it.
That is a steal.
What do you think, grandson? Who would they look better on, you or me?
I don't
I
think they would
can,
look good on anyone. They
I
turn
can already
invisible.
tell you that you'd enjoy them a little bit more than me.
Oh, do you mind, entertaining an old lady? As I turn to the crowd, may I buy them?
Grady, you better get those damn gloves.
Go for them. I think they'll be good for knitting.
Thank you. Alright then, I'll buy them for 300 gold, please.
There you go. You can add the... And also, I'll send you guys descriptions of all the items that you purchase later. But for now, Humi, you may add the Gloves of Thievery to your inventory.
Nice.
Woo!
Also,
Nice.
just to make things easier for everyone real quick, I'm gonna deduct the 200 I spent from the gold I already have. That way we don't have to worry about like taking it out once we evenly distribute what's left.
Oh, okay.
Take it out.
If people can afford it.
Yeah, if
I
you can
was gonna say, do we want to see if she'll buy the 3 items before we continue shopping?
I think we should like all go through and purchase what we want and then
Then sell.
try
Okay.
selling.
Let's try to streamline it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, how much is this sword? Like 10,000 fucking gold?
What sword are you looking at?
The one that you said was in the shop.
The
Crystal.
the one that's like kind of crystal looking?
Yeah, I'm just interested. I just want to know what it does.
It is a long, slim, curved blade. It is a curved sword.
Oh,
Curved
so it's not.
sword.
It's a.
That's a Skyrim joke. I don't know if you ever got that far.
No. So it's not like a long. Is it a long sword? A great sword? What? Or
It's
is it
almost
just-
kind of rapier shaped.
Oh,
Maybe even
okay.
like a scimitar in some ways. It's got a very finely crafted hilt, and as you get close to it, you notice that it's crystal, but this definitely came from something biological.
Oh.
And she goes, "Oh, that there sword is a sword that was crafted from a crystal dragon."
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa.
Rota!
Well, what was that?
Securing that group
Whoa,
box like
what?
you would not believe.
Yeah, that's why I
Did
said
you just gift
Whoa.
20 subs?
Holy
gosh.
sugar honey iced tea.
Holy
gosh.
shit, thank you, Gruta. What was this?
Hey.
What was this for? What did we do to deserve such kindness with the group
Shopping
box?
episode. It's good content.
Oh my god, thank you,
Thank you,
Gruta.
Gruta.
Thank you.
That is so splendid. You were
Yeah,
so
that-
kind.
Level
We
5
love you
hype
very much.
train.
Level 5 hype train.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
God damn.
Thank
We're at
you.
90% of the way too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I don't even know what to say. That is so incredibly kind and thoughtful. Thank you so much. We love you, Gruta.
Thank you, Groot.
Give you a big
Thank
kiss
you,
on your
Gruta.
dragon snoot.
So she says, it came from a crystal dragon.
What else does it do, DM?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you, but the person that I got it from said that whenever you use this sword, it has a little bit of extra light to it. And seems to hit a
Like
little
a
harder
shot?
than that of your average steel.
Oh. How much is it?
Hold on. Get to where I need to be.
I'm just waiting for like the 6,000.
You see the little price. There's a little price tag hanging on all of these things. It seemed to have been like finely little and gingerly just tied onto each and every one of these items on a little paper tag. And you see written on the tag, 10,000.
Oh, that's gonna be a. That's gonna be a no.
Oh,
That is a-
that kind of reminds me. Don't we still have that dragon head?
Let's get to
Oh.
that after we finish buying stuff. Let's
Yeah,
try to
That's
streamline this a little bit.
way too expensive. Absolutely.
Oh,
not.
Derek, thank you for the bits.
It didn't push us
Ooh.
over. That drives me crazy.
It's 1%.
Well, thank you for the
today.
bits. That's amazing. Also, I promise I'm gonna fix our alerts and everything on next time. Gruta, you were so kind enough to tell me on how to actually like add our proper Twitch alerts back in. I'm gonna disable these fucking OBS ones that I added, or these Stream Elements ones, and actually put our real ones back in because it's gonna ding every single time. It's gonna go bling.
That could have
Zach,
started-
thanks for the 100 bits. We're at 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to do
Yeah.
that too.
Thank you guys.
Worth it.
Hype.
Mina would like to inquire about the item made from the Feywild cloth.
Oh, that's a bit of color. It's colorful and it's flowy. You see it as it's hanging on the wall.
What
She
color is
says it's like a mix of greens and pinks and purples and
Mina is immediately
blues.
interested in this.
Hype. Thank you guys. She says, "Oh, that there is another wonderful little gift from the Feywild. It seems to have a little bit of an ability about it that helps you keep your wits about you."
Oh, that sounds interesting. What does the little tag on it say?
It says 3,500.
Ouch.
Whoa.
But what do you mean by keep your wits about you?
I think from what I remember, this little bit of cloth here helps you from being charmed. And I believe it also has another ability about it, though I've never worn it myself, so I can't be sure.
Would you guys be okay if I deduct my portion out of group loot for this?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Go for it.
That's a big chunk of your portion, though. Are you okay with that?
Yes, I think so.
Do it.
I think I'd like that. It would probably remind me of home a lot too.
It looks like it would suit you well, dearie.
And I'll deduct 3,500. You said, right?
3,500. And Nina, you can add a set of Feyrot armor to your inventory.
Ooh.
They rot. That sounds cool.
Good run.
Were there any other like swords or weapons in there, or just that super?
There was
fancy
a
one?
dagger.
No.
Did anybody else who didn't go yet want to inquire about anything? Because I had one
Yeah.
more thing I wanted to ask about.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
I have one thing as well. But
All right, so I'm just gonna approach and ask about the studded leather armor. That's
Ooh,
black
you're
and
gonna look
super
so
goth.
goth.
So there's 2 sets of finely crafted leather armor, and then there's also a set of kind of extravagant looking leather armor with bits of studs on it. And as far as the ones with studs goes, she says, "Oh, this is quite a fun little set of armor here, dearie. It gives you a little bit of extra protection, and once you don it, you can make it look like anything you want."
Oh,
All right. All right then. What'll it be worth?
The little tag on it says 3,000.
All right, we're sold.
Alright. Audrin, you can add the glamoured studded leather to your inventory and deduct
Ooh.
3,000 gold pieces.
Extra AC, baby. That makes me
Are
happy.
you taking that
Oh,
out of your
does that
loot
take you
share?
to 20?
19.
Oh, 19. That's awesome.
There.
Yeah, I'm taking that out of my personal little share.
Alright, what was the name of the armor again?
Glamoured studded leather.
It's bright white. No, I'm kidding. It sounds, I'm thinking like the glam bands.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's tight leather.
Studded.
It's taking-
Bedazzled.
Did you guys want to inquire about any of these other items?
Who me?
The daggers.
The dagger?
Yeah.
You see one dagger that's sharp like a needle hanging on the wall.
Okay.
And she says, "This little number right here can do quite the little bit of extra damage to it from what I understand, and it can create its own poison."
Oh, I'm listening. What kind of poison are we talking?
Well, I've never tried it myself, but it's like a black, thick color, and it seems like it would hurt quite a bit.
How much that run for?
3,000 gold pieces.
All right, I'm passing on that. Thank you, though.
wait, what?
Don't I that would
That
like be
seems
the rest of my
reasonable.
gold.
That would be like the rest of his gold here and probably some in his inventory.
Yeah, but
But
it's
it might be
don't
worth
you
it.
need a weapon of like plus something?
I was
Haven't you
kind of
been
thinking
looking for a weapon?
eventually I would spend my remaining gold on upgrading my my rapier.
Well, we might not be able to get to that point, especially if we're leaving this city.
We won't be able to do it
Tonight or
for a
tomorrow.
while. True.
Isn't your rapier also already +1 though?
It's +1. Yeah, I want it to be +2.
We also have some magic items to sell.
Yeah, we might be able to make a significant chunk of money back. I don't see
Yeah.
why you couldn't like. Yes, I do agree it would wear you out of gold, but
Why don't we
the
see
only-
how much this dragon skull
So
gets up?
the main thing that's giving me pause here is that the only time I'm really using my daggers is when I throw them.
that
And
is
there's
true.
there's a significant chance that if I throw a dagger, I don't get it back. So far, I've gotten most of my daggers back except for one, which I threw off the ship, and that's gone.
I forgot that I have knives! I have a knife.
So I don't like this really valuable enchanted item. I don't want to risk throwing around. You know, if it was a
Yeah.
dagger of like returning, then yeah, I would 100% do that.
Could you use it as just a weapon?
I mean maybe,
It's
but
not going to do as much damage as
I'm gonna
his...
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm gonna stick with my rapier.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Gonzo, you wanted to go?
Yes, I think I spotted a cauldron. What is that all
was gonna
about?
Oh, this is quite the rare find indeed, dearie. It's tiny, but... And you can see as you approach it, it's got different relief scenes of various, like, imagery carved all over the side of it, of this iron. She says, "It may not look like much as it is, but if you work with it, you can cause it to grow larger, and you can craft all kinds of things inside of it."
Can I roll insight onto this cauldron to see if I have some familiarity with it?
Either that or Arcana.
I'll roll Arcana, but I'm kind of curious as to whether or not this is tethered to anyone I know.
Okay.
Or maybe my former patron. 14.
With a 14, it's not entirely dissimilar, though it's not necessarily the same. Were you just trying to determine if, like, it was, like, the same thing or not?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not the same, but it is a little close. And she says, "It functions itself as a suitable component for a number of spells, and I think with a little bit of time each day you can craft certain types of potions within it. Just by itself."
It seems good for soup. I don't have a ladle though, so I
Oh,
think
that
I'll
sounds
pass on it.
lovely, dear.
I am curious about the price. How much?
The little tag says 10,000.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Everything here's fucking expensive.
If it
I
belong-
want that sword so bad. I'd be willing to sell like half my own crap, but that's
I'm not even
still
sure
way
that'd be
too
good for you.
much.
It's like a rapier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
man,
yeah, it's
be
not even a
straight.
longsword. All I want is a longsword.
You have a ton of magic items, though.
Isn't
Now,
your spear like really good too?
Yeah.
My spear
Plus one,
just
right?
does 2d6 unless I roll a critical hit, then it does an additional 7. Which
Huh.
is good, but I hardly ever roll criticals. And then I just have my great axe, and I have my ring that gives me a 17 instead of a 16. And I have a victorious coin that upon slaying, I have it written down somewhere in my notes. It's like I can get like some health back if I
You can get
slay
temporary HP equal to the creature's CR that you've just
CR
slain.
level. Yeah, so if it's like a CR3, then I'll get 3 HP from it.
I don't suppose on the shelves of this shop, there's a potion of learn language.
Unfortunately not.
is there
You do see the
perhaps-
blue potion from Shrek too, though.
God
Oh my
damn.
god.
What the?
20,
Happily
25
ever
Did you
after?
You
add-
do see
did you
happily
add
ever
the
after.
glaive
Beauty
to your
divine?
inventory?
Oh, what's
Mina?
up?
I was just gonna say, did you add the glaive to your inventory? Because I'm gonna take it out of mine.
Yes, I did add it to my.
All right, the glaive of the Revenant King. Cool. Sweet.
I did want to ask, do you have any objects here that would perhaps boost someone's ability to heal or protect others?
Let me take a moment, dear. Also, give me just one moment. I am looking up something. Just like in general.
What's a
Avara's gonna,
barbarian got to do to get a great sword?
Avara's gonna take this time to gesture to the others to maybe start bringing out the other magical items.
Oh yeah.
Fumi
Oh,
is going to
yeah.
hold on to the carrion shroud just before we decide to sell it. They're going to just hold on to it. They're not quite sold yet on it, but they might use it.
Before
I mean,
I
if you want
answer
it,
your
you can
question, give
take
me
it.
a second.
Depending on what she, I guess, would offer for it.
Hell. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up a tab really quick. That's gonna help me a lot when it comes to. I know you guys mentioned that you wanted to like potentially sell some stuff.
Yes.
So I'm just pulling up. There we go. I have my document with all of those items, so I can appropriately attest to this for you guys. Okay. So what was the question? If there's any items that would assist with healing?
Healing or protecting others?
Well, let me take a look, dearie. I believe that cauldron over there could provide some form of healing, given some time. If you were looking for something a little faster than that, let me think. And she looks around. Let me see. And she points to the little moon-shaped sickle that's hanging on the wall. Like the crescent moon-shaped sickle. And she says, I believe that item over there might provide a little bit of healing bonus.
Oh. How much is that?
The price tag says 10,000.
Jesus!
I
It's a
mean,
tourist trap town.
I think I'm good with the armor. I did just buy this. But thank you very much. You're very knowledgeable.
He gives you a nod and goes, Oh, of course, dearie. Now, is there anything else I can help you with today?
We do have some items that we may be looking to get rid of.
Alright, so tell me which items are the ones that you guys would like to sell, and I will tell you how much she's willing to buy it for.
Alright, last chances for anyone to claim things. I'm just gonna hold on to the carrion cloak.
We literally have the vial ring then and the frostfell cloak.
I will say the Frostfell cloak could be good if we're traveling into a very cold place.
Yeah, we should keep that.
But we're not from here, I thought.
We will
I
eventually.
mean, eventually we may have to go back up to
I thought the goal was eventually to make our way up to Froysal.
Roysel?
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
Called
eventually.
Decay Within the Ice, people.
But that,
We probably will be going someplace cold.
but at the same time, is this one cloak that's gonna help one person worth it?
Like, I thought we stocked up on warm clothes
Yeah,
for
we-
like that type of environment already.
We also
Exactly.
don't have
should
to
at least
sell
make
it
a new
here. We
offer.
could sell it at other cities if we make it to them.
Let's try to
Yeah.
expedite a little bit. What are you guys selling?
Well, let's see how much she offers at least for that. We're not quite sure on the cloak yet, but we are interested in hearing your offer, and we are, and the ring as well.
So it's the vial ring and the cloak.
Yeah.
The vial ring, she'll give you 100 gold pieces. The
Okay.
Frostfell cloak, she'll give you 5,000 gold pieces.
Oh, we should sell that.
Well, remind me what it does, DM. It
It's
gives
in
you
the
plus
story
one
notes.
It's in the story notes.
+1 resistance to cold.
So the Frostfall Cloak, you have resistance to cold damage, ignore difficult terrain created by ice or snow. As you walk, snowflakes drift behind you and vanish upon the touched ground. Cloak has 5 charges and regains all expended charges daily at dawn.
That's
Once
useful.
on each of your turns while wearing the cloak, you can expend 1, 2, 3 charges from the cloak by forfeiting 10, 20, or 30 feet of your walking speed for that turn, respectively, in order to spin in place instead.
Let's keep it. What do we need all this money for?
Yeah, we have a ton of money,
No,
and it seems like stuff's going to be out of our reach for now. I'd rather wait until we find something that we really, really need, and maybe use this as a bartering tool, or this might be a thing that saves us when we go to Froisal.
Yeah.
It also has a damage effect, which not too many worn items do have.
But it's
I
got
will
to be
say.
done. I mean, to really get its effect fully valuable, it's got to be worn by somebody who's in melee range.
Yeah.
Because it's like a 5-foot radius. Um,
Up to 15 feet.
for each
Give it to
charge you
Audrey.
spend, you lose all your move speed.
I'd rather keep the item than get the gold. We already have a shit ton of gold.
The only thing I would think is if we were to sell it and flip it into one of the other 10k items.
Yeah. Or we could also see how much they're willing to buy the dragon head for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could bring out the dragon head and see if they'll take it or if they know someone that will.
But as
Yeah,
to the ring,
shopkeep.
100 gold. Do we want to sell that?
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't think the ring's going to be of super high use for us.
Could be useful, but 100's not a lot either. But
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
I guess we'll sell it if everyone's okay with it.
Just,
It's up to
just
you
sell
guys.
the ring.
We're gonna sell the ring. We're gonna hold on to the cloak.
Alright, so add 100 gold to, I believe, the group loot.
Mm-hmm.
And you ask about the dragon head?
Yeah.
She looks at it and she kind of like inspects it a little bit before she goes, "Oh, that's quite impressive indeed, dearies, but a little gruesome for my taste. I'm not quite a trophy collector."
Do you know
Bring-
of someone that would buy this either as a trophy or to break down for making magical items with?
Unfortunately, I do not. I only sell, I do not create.
Is there a taxidermist in town?
Not off the top of my head, dearie.
Do you have a catalog of the shops in town or a map of town?
Well,
No.
hold on. We're going to the Emerald
Part of the
Enclave. There's definitely really high
Yeah.
level rangers there that could just do it for us.
I think we should hold on to the rest of the stuff. We're bound to come across someplace that's a little bit more beneficial to us later on.
Sounds good. Bye, shopkeep.
Okay, so you guys gather your new items and you leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Mina's gonna wave and
She gives you a big smile and a wave, and she goes, "Oh, farewell, dearie. Ta-ta."
we made her very
many-
happy today. We spent
We at least
a
made back
ton of
the money that we spent on the healing potion with the ring sold.
Mhm.
Which ironically could have been used to hold that healing potion.
Indeed.
Indeed, but
So, you all leave the magic shop, and as you do, you'll see it's about evening time. The sun is beginning to set a bit. And it's at this time, you all see one Adelaine and one Yetta kind of looking around the streets.
I guess we'll approach.
Mina's
Yeah.
gonna dart over through the skies.
Adelaine sees you, Mina, and she goes, "Oh, Miss Mina, where's the rest of the crew?
They're right over there.
Listen, We've got a little bit of a problem.
Oh, what's wrong?
I think we need to get out of Dodge as soon as we can.
Oh,
Well, you see, we went to go back to the ship and maybe just gather some last things and maybe, I don't know, watch over the ship at least. I didn't know what the plan was to do with it, and there's a whole group of guard gathered around it, and I don't really know what's going on, but I think they might be commandeering the ship or condemning it, or I heard that they were going to reach out to Decria to see what about who stole it, or something about a stolen ship. I think we're under suspicion of piracy.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
And those with a passive perception above 20.
That's me.
You, as Adeline is explaining this, you can see behind her, like, a bit of a ways down, like, this cobbled street, but you see the same dockhand that you talked to before that you showed the pardon to and tried to, like, you know, do some fuck shit. You see that person speaking to about 3 guardsmen, and you notice that as you do so, they point a finger towards your party.
Now would be a good time to get out of Dodge, if you know what I mean.
I think we
Yeah,
gotta
let's
go.
leave.
Time to use this item. I'm gonna take out my broom of flying.
Yeah, that's
See
oh
what
boy.
I can do with it.
Okay,
Wait,
are
wait,
you...
hold on. Don't actually use a flying broomstick in the city. Let's just run it. Let's just get the fuck out.
Well, are you
Fly
attempting to
low.
fly on it?
Low to the ground, Audrin. Low to the ground.
Are you
You know what,
attempting
do
to
you
use it?
guys, what's the
Okay,
plan?
so what are you guys
They're
doing? Tell me.
approaching.
I'm
Uh,
double dashing the fuck out of here.
Do you guys begin to run?
Yeah, I mean,
You're
I
right.
mean,
Let's
well,
not
we
run.
have-
That implies we have something to hide. Let's be calm and power walk our way out of here.
That's what we'll do. And be ready to run if they start chasing.
Yeah.
If you guys
You
are
ready
trying
for
to duck out of way of the guards' notice and exit Cape Moynihan before the ones that are being whispered to can catch up to you, everyone roll a stealth check to blend into the evening crowd and make your way out.
Oh, does anybody
just
have
gonna-
pass without a trace?
Yeah,
I
if
actually do. I will cast that on the party.
I'm
if
gonna
I,
guide
if
myself.
I do get seen, I am going to try to use the broomstick. I'm just gonna throw that out there now.
If you can.
Yeah, if I can.
That's
a
gonna
big
be a 32.
Yeah, I do cast pass without trace.
Yeah. We're gonna need to use.
So everyone has a +10 bonus to their stealth and can't be tracked.
Numbers, I believe you have disadvantage on stealth.
Okay.
I am also going to use my meta magic option to extend the duration. So now it's 2 hours instead of 1.
So what do I add to my roll with your thing, Mina?
Just
Oh no,
try
you had 10.
You add 10 to whatever the roll is.
Wow. So I got a 20.
Nice.
I believe you got a 17.
had a
What's the 3 for?
I said I guided myself,
Oh, you're guiding yourself. Okay.
and I rolled a 3.
So everyone go down the line. Audrin?
26.
Is that with
36.
pass without a trace? Okay,
No,
so
36,
36. Alvara?
17.
Aurora?
32.
32. Okay. Umi?
With Jack of all trades, I got a +1 to not proficiency checks, so that's going to be a 19.
Okay.
Even with the +10?
Mina?
I have a 28.
And numbers.
20.
Wow, you guys... you averaged a 25.3 between the party, and I made the check a 25 because there's guard everywhere.
Yeah.
So, you all begin to quietly, calmly collect yourselves, collect your belongings, and begin hastily making your way out of the city gates. Nonetheless detected, however, I forget, who has the highest perception? Or passive? Is that numbers?
24.
Numbers has a 24.
Numbers
actually.
with a 24, and especially with observe it because you can read lips. You do notice that as you're passing by out of the corner of your eye, you catch 2 guard talking, and the gist of their conversation is they are sending word out to Decria, specifically Pasrial, to take status of their ship and to like confirm any like stories about what has been told. And for now, they are condemning the ship, and you are all to be found and held until under suspicion of piracy and theft
Yeah, but we have a pardon.
from someone who's not with you anymore.
From someone who mysteriously disappeared halfway through our journey.
Yep.
Yeah, for all they know, we could have turned her into a fish and thrown her off the ship.
Yeah,
We did turn her into a fish.
I know.
we just
So-
didn't throw her off the ship.
You all make it to the exit of the gates, and this is when, let's just change boards so we're not in Cape Moyne anymore. Can you go to the travel section, please, and go to the board through Emerus?
Through Emerus.
Amorous!
And let me change the time of day. Oh, hold on, let me... Let's do that. And let's do... I don't know, what's a good one to do?
We need like a jolly, like Legends of Zelda adventuring.
Yeah, for right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
we're polishing cobble.
Like Legend of the Force, like.
Okay, let me place you guys down. We'll just say you've just exited the city and have made your ways like a little ways out of like eyesight. Down, there you go. What the hell? Go. There you go.
Hey.
Yetta's here. So is Adeline.
I guess Yetta got cured.
Yetta looks fine.
Yay!
So, you hastily make your way out of not Balvard, out of Cape Moynon, undetected by the ever-present guard and nobility that have begun to search for you.
As we walk, I'm gonna go up to Aurora, and I'm going to nudge them on the arm. Dearie, we may
Yeah?
want to try hailing, again.
What?
Humi's going to produce the, sending stone. We should try and see if, well, the state of Bulgerden.
Oh, yes. So I don't know why I thought you said I might want to try healing again, and I was like, I don't do that.
I mean, like, hailing, like, you know, you got
Yeah,
get
yeah,
somebody on the
yeah.
horn. Yeah. So,
Yes. Yes, please. Actually, she's... My aunt's been on my mind a lot. I can only imagine the same with your daughter.
Humi is going to, use the sending stone. Hello? Is anyone there?
You are met with silence.
Oh my god, they're all dead.
Hey, calm down.
Sorry, that's just my meeting.
Lady Thorn could just be taking a dump for all we know.
I'm
Guess you're on the
going to
crapper.
try.
Yeah, he caught her at a bad time with stone.
I'm going to keep trying to call her at least 5 times.
Okay, and you hold the stone close to you, but you do not feel it reverberate with that same energy as before.
Oh, fuck. Does anybody have sending?
I have message only.
As you all are walking, Adeline walks up next to you, Audrin. And she goes, "Well, I don't believe we'll be getting our ship back anytime soon."
Guessing it was too good to be true. Easy come, easy go. You know what they say.
Well, at least we didn't get arrested and get our heads chopped off.
But
We've
have
been increasingly lucky in that regard.
So what's the plan now, Captain? Or should I even call you Captain anymore? You don't have a ship, and she gives you a nudge.
I was really getting used to that little moniker, I'll be honest with you. But I suppose you're right about that.
So what's the move?
We carry on, till I say.
Okay. I mean, it sounded like there was something you wanted to say.
I was gonna ask, but what about the pardon? Didn't we have one of those? Wouldn't they have just let us go after that?
Oh, pardon's well and good, but, It was written by someone who, if their contact in the city has no idea what's happened to that person, for all they know, we forged it. We stole the ship and killed the harbor master and just made out on our own.
Yeah, but we killed the dragon that was plaguing them. Surely that counts for something.
They don't
They
know
don't
that.
know.
They
I
don't
was gonna say
care
they don't
about
know that.
It sounds like that town doesn't really care too much about the dragon being dead either, even if Pastorial were to convey goodwill.
Maybe we should
Excellent.
break into the guards' quarters. If they have the ability to talk to people across towns, we might be able to reach Bulgerden. Maybe get an answer or two. I could shift into a guard and I could sneak in.
I think our best bet would be to continue onward to the Emerald Enclave. Perhaps we could seek news there, or at least some sort of protection. Going back into the city sounds like a dangerous idea.
Yeah, we're already out traveling. There's no point going back. It's too dangerous. We can't risk it, Humi.
Well, Humi might be able to go in undetected. He can change who they are.
Numbers, I will say with your observant feat specifically, you notice that there's reaching out to Pasrial by word of Raven,
Who is?
the city of Cape Moynihan.
Ha-
It's through mundane means.
Oh, okay.
so I just see ravens flying by, basically?
You didn't see it happen, but that's what's happening.
I would relay that to Humi though,
Only number.
because I think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the other thing? Yeah.
DM,
Yes.
the road that we're on, is it straight or are there any forks? Are there any signs?
Right now, and you specifically know that you are headed on the road that heads, let me pull up the map of Emerus. If you all would like to turn your page to 394.
394.
If you look here on your map of Emerus, you see Cape Moynihan. This road is heading directly south from Cape Moynihan. You know eventually it will come to a fork, one leading towards the more southern area, like the Garlin and the Tailfawn, and the other that hooks over towards Dunwheel, which will eventually lead over to Port Ballister.
And the other?
And the other up your arse.
How far is that fork?
Arse! I'll show you what for!
I'm sorry, what?
How far is that fork from where we are?
That fork is at least a couple days out.
I pick up the fork.
Okay?
But
So where are we right now? We're right outside of Cape.
You're right
what
outside
were
of Cape
Illinois?
Moynihan.
All right.
just south of that, I'm
And
presuming.
the road is heading south about... You'll know... Audrin, you would know this specifically, like if you were looking at a map. From where the point is that you guys need to go to meet up with the Emerald Enclave, you would know it's given roughly 4 or 5 days of travel. The fork in the road is about at 2 days of travel.
All right.
So wait, we're going to the Grasp or we're going to the Port Ballister?
Say this in character.
No, this is outside of character.
I was gonna respond in character.
Thank you for the
thought
hydrate sippy. Group potions! I didn't even see that! Oh, fuck!
Oh,
I thought
Wait,
we were going
plural?
to the Grass.
Yeah, the plan was to grasp the entire time.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Thank you, Gruta.
That's what I thought.
Thank you,
okay.
Gruta. I've
Well,
actually still
I was
got
wait.
just
some
looking
here.
at the map and trying to figure it out.
Eventually, we're going to the grass, but I thought we were going to the Emerald Enclave first.
That's
they're
where
on the
they
edge of
are.
the grass, but yeah.
In the grasp? I thought they were just
I'm
outside.
They're
On the
That's
edge,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
You have to
Oh.
go to one to get to the other.
Well, also,
Okay.
Audrey,
Good
did
potion
your
turn.
character have like stuff to do in Port Ballister? Is that happening?
I'll take this
I'm
potion.
gonna ask
Cheers,
this
everyone.
out of character just because I know you told
Cheers.
Steve this. Didn't you say you had like unfinished business to do? I mean, I guess this will kind
This
of
is not. This is
Cheers.
not something. This is not something you know anything about.
Cheers.
I'm aware of that. That's why I'm gonna stop. I think it would be, yeah, it would be interesting if there was a split here.
So, do you all continue?
Yeah.
Okay, it is later in the evening. And I know we've been doing so much traveling lately. Like, we've been doing so much traveling, so I'm not gonna make, like, you guys roll on, like, a massive encounter list for this. I will say, how far ahead do you guys want to travel to? Do you want to just, like, travel to the fork in the road? Like, just do 2 nights really quick, and then we can like
Sure. do you
pause
need
and
to roll-
RP some things out maybe, and then keep going.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So I will say, on foot, it's a little daunting, but you as a group, together in hand in hand,
Oh.
make your way out of Cape Moynihan and towards where you were told to go, towards the grasp. It takes a couple nights. And as you do throughout the nights, you see a number of things, especially in this northern portion. The nights are warmer in this area, and you're able to see a whole manner of wildlife that you didn't even see in Decria. There's your typical elks and whatnot. However, at night you see these massive bats that come out with ginormous wingspans that take flight through the night. Audrin, would you tell them any of like local legends or anything like that? Do you want me to explain that?
Oh yeah,
or would
yeah.
you do that?
Around campfires in particular, he would tell them some stories about local pirate legends, about like some great beasts that had been seen, hill giants, even stories of like a gigantic parrot that flies the length of the foothills.
I want to see the parrot. Maybe I could talk to him.
I want to
Oh,
find
yeah,
a
yeah.
hill giant.
You hear mixed things about the parrot. It's a legendary beast. I've been hearing stories about it since I was young. Apparently centuries old. Folks
Is
say
it
it's good luck.
blue?
Aye, it's blue. It's real round too.
I
Just
would like to roll
me. Well,
insight.
minus the round.
Roll insight.
Also, for RP purposes,
Oh.
anytime we set up camp, I am going to cast Wild Cunning to have the spirits of nature set up camp for us.
I love that spell. Excellent. Fumi with a 7. I will say, you're from Emerus, so you know that up in the northern section of Emerus, there are stories of hill giants roaming the foothills. You also know that Emerus is home to a lot of things, like giant land sloths, and various reptiles like crocodiles more towards the south. And you have heard tale of the legendary large blue parrot that flew out of the grasp one day centuries ago and has roamed rarely ever since. And they say if you collect one of its feathers, it is good luck and good fortune for life.
So you see the amulet around Humi's neck start to glow as the amulet of acumen confirms what Audrin is saying, at least to Humi. And they back up his story. I have heard that if we get one of these feathers, we'll be extra lucky. So everyone should keep on the lookout for one.
Oh yeah.
It might be a fun game.
Oh, that's no chance of a spitting distance. No one ever sees that bird.
Adeline pipes up and says, I think I heard stories one time of one of the pirate lords wearing one of them in their cap.
Oh yeah, I heard something similar.
I don't think it's real, though. They probably just dyed a chicken feather blue.
That sounds about right.
So, do you all continue onwards?
Yeah.
A couple
Kumi?
days pass. Oh, Kumi, go ahead.
I was just wanted to look at I wanted to study the Carrion Shroud.
Okay.
So Humi's going to study the Carrion Shroud. They're trying to figure out a bit more about it, just from themselves, since they want to hold on to it.
Okay.
And
So-
Mina would don the Feyrot armor and try to figure out a bit more about what it does, because I know there were some bonus abilities. to
Yes, I was supposed to send you guys your items.
If you don't mind.
I have links for you all. I will put them in story notes just now for you all, so allow me one moment. Should I do story notes or group loot? Does it matter?
Group loot.
Group loot. Okay. So first things first. Alvaro, there's a little bit of a caveat to this item, but I'm not telling you what it is, but this is it.
Sure. Based on what you described it as, it's incredibly low price.
Humi, here you go. The Gloves of Thievery.
Oh.
Audrin. Here you go. Here you go. Glamored studded leather right there for you.
Yeah, baby.
Mina. Right here. Feyrot armor. There you go. And I believe that was all, right?
Indeed.
Indeed. So, a couple nights pass. Laughs are shared around the campfire. Steady heads are held throughout the day, keeping watchful eyes. And eventually, you make your way on this long road to a crossroads, where the path just seems to make a fork in direction.
Okay. As the party kind of walks past the fork a little bit, I'm just going to stop at the fork and let them walk ahead a little bit.
Something happening. Alvaro
Oi.
will turn after noticing.
He's just going to look at the sign a little bit. What does the sign say in particular?
That sign's not supposed to be there. But, let me see. Let me pull up once again my map of Emerus. To one direction, it says Tailmere, and Garelin, and the other direction, it says Port Ballister.
Arthur kind of looks at the sign, back to the party. His eyes kind of fall on Adelaine and Yetta, and he's going to say, "I think now's about time. What do you say?"
Are you sure it'd be alright?
What are you doing?
I told you that we'd have safe passage down to Emerus. I'd see to it, and we have made it to Emerus. And now this is where I'll be leaving you.
What?
At least for a time.
I beg your pardon?
No.
I have things to attend to over that way. And he gestures over to the sign. Says Port Ballister, and he says, I only need a week, maybe 2. By the time you guys are done with the grasp, I'll be ready to rejoin you, but I can't go with you there.
What?
Why not?
We need you.
Waldron, if we fail this, there's a chance we all might go back to being dead. There's a chance all of this could end. Not just us, but all of Emerus could be in danger.
I hear you. It's been on my mind. But this past month of us being together, doing what we've done, there's been a weight on my shoulders that now that I'm leagues away from my home, I can't pretend I don't feel it anymore. And there are people that I owe and things that I have to do. I'm not asking for you to understand. But you've trusted me enough to risk life and limb with me. Surely you can trust me once more.
I'm not sure I like the idea of us not all being in this together. Wasn't that something that we were singing virtuously before? On that vessel? I think you were even one of the people who urged that.
Yes, and you... For the time being, you'll have to watch each other's backs. And in short order, look twice and I'll be back again. It's just... This is too important. I can't turn my back on it again.
How do we know for sure that you'll come back?
Well, I came back once, didn't I?
But how do we know you're not lying?
I mean,
You
to
don't.
be fair, if he doesn't come back, I think he might just end up dying, right? There's a chance none of us will make it. I think that's reason
There's a
enough
chance
to come
that
back.
none of you will make it, and I'll be the only one left. Along with Adelaine and Yetta, maybe. And I don't like the idea of that.
Adeline speaks up and she goes, I know this sounds like an awful lot, and obviously we've got a little bit of different things to sort out here. But I owe y'all my life. You saved me there on that ship. And I can guarantee, and she gives Audrin like a clap on the back, and she goes, if you just made us in Port Ballister when you're done, I bet I will go ahead and secure us a ship better than he ever could, and we could get our happy trails right on back to where we were.
Sod all that. If things go the way I intend for them to, I could meet you in the grasp even. I only need a week, maybe 2.
Meet us in the grasp. Wasn't everyone talking about how mysterious this realm is? Not to mention the fact that we possibly have people from Cape Moynihan looking for us right now, accusing us of piracy. Do we really think splitting up is the right move here?
Well, if you don't think that'll work, then meet me in Ballister. Fact of the matter is, you've trusted me enough for me to cover your back when you needed it, to keep each other alive, and I need you to trust me once more. That's all there is to it. I'm not asking for permission. I'm not even asking for your approval. What I am asking for is that you see where I'm coming from.
Numbers who has been just standing in the back, mostly in shock to this point, is gonna step forward and say, Audrin, I think the hardest part of this adventure so far has been not knowing what came before, and the pain of ambiguity and a lack of knowledge. So you can understand how I need to know why this is so important to you. Because if you don't come back from the adventure, I think it would be doubly painful for me not to ever know why you left.
He's gonna nod solemnly, and he's gonna say, "All right, all right, fair enough. I had I'd earned a bit of a grudge with one of the High Reavers. Um, they hold some sway in Ballister, something like a noble court. Um, I earned a grudge with him, and his grudge with me led him to our ship, and a lot of good people on that ship had no qualms with him, no problems with anyone in Ballister. But they came for me, and I survived. None of them did, except for one maybe. And ways I see it, I owe it to her."
It sounds
You
like you're gonna be hunted if you go back. Will you be okay?
I
Do you need help? Like,
Yeah.
would you be better off going with you and helping you?
I'll have
This
the
way
help
we
I
can
need, he
stay
says,
together?
as he kind of like looks between Yetta and Adeline. He says, "And I mean to be doing the hunting, as a matter of fact. But to that end, I mean, what you guys say is true. It's just important work that needs to be done. It's a bit more important than a personal grudge. So, just come and find me when it's all done."
You notice that Humi has reverted back into their normal form. You
I
see
did notice.
that they are in the back, but they kind of turn abruptly. If I could turn. Well, there we go. So, you're going to be gone for a week. We're going to a supernatural place where people are known to get lost. You're going to fight, I'm assuming, what is amounts to an army. And we are just supposed to assume that you're going to meet us again.
You can meet me if you prefer, but that's about the score, yes.
Humi's going to slap you.
Okay.
What is it, that
How
one?
dare? Are you kidding me? We've gone literally this far. We've literally defeated a dragon. We've come back from the dead. We fought a giant spider. Hell, we've fuck.
He's kind of like rubbing his cheek a little bit, going like, listen, homie, I understand.
Adeline's smiling.
This is more important than... You're right, I understand. And this person that I have to go see, she's not the only one I owe. I owe all of you. And I mean to see all of you again. See this done. But I refuse to look at this like I can't do one without the other.
Then why don't you let us help you? We can end this much quicker and then head to the grasp.
There might not be time. In fact, I'm almost certain there's not.
If you're so certain there's no time, then why do you insist on going?
Well, we may be short on time, but we're not short on worthy hands. I've seen you do incredible things while we're down here, and you could be one short and you'd still be more equipped than half the world.
Just feels incredibly selfish, Audrin. I mean, on top of all Humi is saying, they left their own child behind in a city that seemingly they can no longer even reach. But you're going to, out of your own volition, essentially, set forth and conquer Port Ballister for your personal revenge story, despite this entire world being in peril? Not
It's
to
not.
mention your own self?
If Homie had all of the information, they might have made a different choice. And this isn't about revenge. This is about making right with someone that I owe.
I think it can wait, Aldrin. How can it not? 2 more weeks?
I'm not asking for your permission.
You're not going to get it.
Aurora's gonna speak up and say, I haven't known y'all very long, but if there's one thing I know is a man who's made up his mind, and y'all aren't going to change it. Whether you like it or not, whether we're happy with it or not, he's going to do what he wants.
You'll see me again. I promise. We'll finish this. But it's beyond me now.
You may not be asking for permission, but don't you dare ask for forgiveness.
I
That's
don't
deep.
mean to.
Adeline speaks up and she says, well, we need to get transportation back out of this hellhole anyway. If you wanted to get back to where you were going. We'll secure a ship and just make everything right in Port Ballister, and by the time y'all are done, we'll have a ship ready to go. Easy as that.
Alright,
Well-
last speaks true.
Aurora's not going to say anything. She's just going to follow Humi.
Mina is gonna be
She's-
quiet for a second. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying she's quite used to experiencing loss in her life. That this really, she's just used to it to the point where she doesn't care. She's just going to move on.
Wow.
She
You
doesn't feel like dealing with the emotions. She's grown to suppress them.
Mina?
you say you don't expect forgiveness, but how can you expect to come back at all if you're just gonna leave when we need you? You were one of the people who said the Grasp is one of the most dangerous places in Emerus.
I did. And then
And
I
yet-
saw what you were capable of.
And you just want to leave and come back? Like, oh yes, I forgot something. Let me just go grab it real quick. And how do you expect us to work as a team again if you're willing to just throw all of it away at the drop of a hat?
The grasp isn't going to be less dangerous if there's one person more or less. And this isn't a coat I've forgotten somewhere. This is my entire life. And someone else's.
I can understand that, but
You cannot possibly understand that. None of you could. And I don't expect you to. Now we're going.
I place my hand on Audrey's shoulder as he turns to leave, I assume, and I say, Audrey, I appreciate the explanation. That's what I needed from the beginning, since we woke up in the Abbey. I've had no one else to trust but you. No offense, everybody else in the
Yeah,
party.
thanks.
But I think I understand, and just as I hope that you will understand when it comes time for me to explore my own loose ends. I will trust you on this one, and I'll see you later in our adventure.
I thank you for it, numbers. And I had your back before, didn't I? I reckon I could do it again.
Avara's just gonna stare daggers at Audrin, and then resume walking away, and put a little hand on numbers if she's walking back alongside her.
Hey, Elvira, thanks.
as Mina turns around to leave, those who hear might hear her whisper under her breath, "Almost rather you didn't come back."
Okay. So as you leave the crossroads, most of you heading towards your destiny, towards the grasp, the others headed towards Port Ballister, away from your intentions, away from your family, away from your mother, down in the tail fawn. I think this is a really good spot to end the session.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So,
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wowee.
That turned very heavy at the end. It started off as a shopping trip, a shopping spree, and then we had to run from the guards for a good 5 seconds, and then that happened.
We're like giggling, made it out of the city.
All
Stories about a bird. I'm leaving you all.
I'm abandoning you to your fate.
Real.
What's gonna
right,
be
guys.
funny is if we TPK and Audrin's just not there.
maybe, who knows?
Yeah,
And then he
that'd be-
comes back like, "Hey guys." Oh shit.
Guys,
Ah, fuck, dude. Great job, everyone. This was a very fun session. I'm glad you guys were able to accomplish the things that you wanted to within the city and also make it to this very decisive checkpoint within your adventure. Very cool. So let's do a round table. Audrin, who do you want to give it to?
Oh, tough. Really tough. Goodness gracious. Who do I want to give it to? I think I'm gonna give it to Humi for really compelling RP.
Thank you.
For the slap across the cheek, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was so good he didn't have to roll.
Alvara.
Yeah, it was a good session from a few people at the end there. Highlighting, Audrin, Humi, and numbers in particular. But I think I got to give it to Humi as well. Actually, I just think the way you RP'd at the end there, it was well done.
Thank you.
This is a really, really tough vote. We're like splitting hairs. Just want to say, because I think Audrin and numbers both had great moments too. But
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Alrighty. Aurora.
Yes, I'd like to vote for 3 people. And
Okay.
those people are Audrin, Humi, and Numbers. Those are my votes.
Okay, flip a 3-sided coin for me.
It's hard. I think I gotta go for Humi. I really did appreciate that role playing at the end. That was good. Not only the slap, but just the words that were shared.
How can she slap?
How can she
damn.
slap?
Alrighty, Humi.
Was it a backhand or a closed or like
Oh, definitely
Open palm?
open hand. Yeah, open palm. Yeah.
Just boom.
Alright. Not like a disrespectful backhand, like an angry open palm. I got you.
So you took
Yeah,
your
no.
gloves of thieving off first and slapped him across the cheek with the glove.
Yes,
It was a
yes.
sleight of hand check.
man, satisfaction.
Humi.
Okay. Hot take. Yes, we had a lot of very good RP, but
Not a hot take?
I think I'm not going to award it based on RP. I
Okay.
think I'm going to award it based on a single action one person took that probably made it so that we can even get to this far. And I'm going to give it to Mina for that 10 plus bonus for
Yep.
stealth.
Yep.
Because if we did not have that,
Oh yeah.
I think we would be fighting for our lives against the guard.
Wait, what?
In jail or worse.
Yeah,
That's
you know
true.
what? That came in clutch. You
That's
barely
true.
passed that fucking
a
DC to stealth out of here.
25.3.
You got a
Yeah.
25.3 for a 25 check.
I had
We-
a
we
feeling the check was
barely
going to
made
be
it.
like between 20 and 25. I was like, please, please,
Yeah,
please, please.
there's no way that would be an easy check. Everyone's
not at
looking
all.
for you.
Less than half a point, we would have not passed.
Yeah. It's a good thing Audrin and I rolled over 30.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
was
y'all
like,
rolled
what
high.
saved it?
The other issue is we're not really a very inconspicuous party.
No.
No, not at all. So that's quite impressive that you were able to roll so good on stealth. Okay, so Mina.
I am gonna give it to Audrin.
Good night,
personally,
Gruta.
Good night.
for
Good night,
sticking
Good night,
that
Gruta.
out.
I love you.
Gruta.
That was some really good RP at the end.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And numbers.
I'm also gonna give it to Audrin for making the hard choices, being strong.
Thank you.
Following his heart. Alrighty. So the majority vote, I believe, then was for Humi.
Hell yeah.
So
you.
congratulations, Humi. I'm now going to post the community inspiration over in the Discord server. So if you want to vote on who you think should get the point, go ahead and place your votes over there. The poll is live.
You can't vote for the horses anymore because they're not here.
The horses have not been here for a very long time, and
You
you,
can still vote for the horses.
you cannot
They
vote for the
deserve it.
horses. You cannot vote for the glaive because the glaive didn't speak once this episode.
And I vote for the guard because they didn't catch us, so we know they were not
You
worthy
can't
of the
vote for the guard. They're not here. They didn't catch you. They're not around anymore. You can't vote. You can't. Well, actually, no. You can vote for
Someone's
the
just
magical
listening
blue
to-
parrot.
Someone's
We should
listening
vote
to
for that.
saying everything that we can't vote for, and they're just like they're like making.
They're waiting to
emojis
add
for
it.
Yeah,
Write
they're
this
like,
down.
all right,
Write
currently
this
adding
down.
it.
I do give you permission to vote for the legendary blue parrot that's flying around somewhere.
You can vote for Maya Bird.
You can vote for my bird. But great session, everyone. That was really hard
Yeah, that
towards
was a
the
lot of
end,
fun.
and I'm looking forward to seeing how this picks up next time, because hard choices were made, and now you're one fewer. Well, technically 3 fewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of wild, actually.
Thanks everyone for the patience with the setup. I'm glad everything's going well. I'm going to change our alerts right after this stream to make them a little better. But thank you so much for joining us, everyone. This was fun.
yeah.
Let me see if there's anyone we can raid really quick. I should have done this beforehand. Thank you. We love
Raid
you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for your love. We love you all.
Just start like making like. I thought you were gonna start freestyling for a second there.
I don't know how.
Because you went, thank you for the gifts, thank you for the subs, and I was like, yeah. What else you got?
I got
Thank you
nothing,
for
so I don't know
all
fucking.
the
I fucking don't know
love.
how.
Love, yeah, that's what it is.
Alright, so we're just gonna end here, but see you guys on Thursday for Curse of Strahd, and then see you on Saturday for the Donathon and One Shot.
Starting a
Bye-bye.
Lester.
Bye bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.